But then we've got just like a pure water filter that we were using before the guy came, whatever. So we do our ice through
Like
that.
a pure water filter.
It's just a little like a gallon and a half, little jug that you just we just set it out and you can get your water from it. And then I'll fill up a cup and put it in our ice maker and stuff like that to kind of get a cleaner water, knock out some of that junk we were talking about. That water. Yeah. The city I come from back in Tennessee, they tout the cleanest water around, but
really
they add a lot of stuff, chlorines and stuff like that. It's one of those ones. If you check into it, they'll be like, "Don't worry about that; it'll be all right." So, but it was good water though.
Yeah,
here, from what I understand, we get it from all over the place, and they recycle it.
Yeah,
we actually had a waste processing plant. I don't know if they have one here in Austin or not.
Not sure.
That, pulls all the. It's sewage.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that's the smell across the street from the plant.
Yeah, pretty much.
And we had one back home. I don't know if we have one down where I'm at or not.
Mm.
But I kind of worry about the water sometimes, but that's why I went through all those steps. I try to make sure don't drink from the faucet, folks.
Yeah.
Because
I mean, if they do come from different sources. One of the main, contaminants in the water are like those chemicals that they spray on the food, right? Like on farms and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah.
So I mean the water just doesn't eliminate it. The sun doesn't just eliminate it.
Yeah.
Because generally viruses and stuff like that, the sun, vitamin D, like it really just eviscerates it. But with this type of stuff, these are chemical bonds that were synthetically made to resist pretty much everything. And
weather.
Yeah. So they finally come down at from rainwater and into our streams, into just our general water supply. And
that's one of the things. Back home, we had a family farm, like 40 acres, and we took water in from there from a well for as far back as I can remember. I think my grandfather bought that place in 58, something like that. I don't remember. If anybody back home is watching me. But we had 1, 2, 3, 4 households with a total of about 2, 4, 8, 9, 14 people total pulling off of that well. And even during drought times back home, like in the 80s, I know we had a big drought. Never wanted for water. Now, we were the last ones on the line, so we had to worry about water pressure. And we ended up getting a bigger pump later on. But anyway, you'd have to get up early to beat everybody else to the shower so that the water pressure would be good enough for your shower.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah, that was what my dad was dealing with this weekend. My whole family, because where my dad's from, it's a small town in Mexico. They don't have any type of water system per se. It was more so a community of, let's say, 14 people. They all got together hey, let's try to pay an engineer to design something for us. So they got something designed, and they installed a water pump up in a hill and did a little stream. But the water pump just keeps on up. And the whole system just keeps failing over and over again.
Oh, we had times when our pump went out, or if we had a break in the line or something, we'd have to go upstream and go to the other, like the grandparents' home or whatever, and take a shower. And then sometimes it goes out. They got city water out there after a while. So
city water.
It was safer.
Yeah. Safer? You don't think it was safer?
I don't. They sell it as that. But with, like you said, with all the chemicals and whatnot, here in Texas, row cropping is huge.
What is row cropping?
I don't know if you drive out in the country and you see the big rows of corn and the rows of wheat. Cotton is big here. I was blown away by that. And then I was thinking, wait a minute, Texas got the Cotton Bowl, so that makes sense. Cotton down
and
where we're at.
With the Cotton Bowl, you're talking about
football.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
They just had the Cotton Bowl the other day. I can't remember.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about a historical time period where cotton was during a drought or what was that time period called?
The Dust Bowl or whatever.
The Dust Bowl, yes, that one.
But it made sense. That's something I'm having to get used to here is just the different climate.
Yeah, or
and
just
when I say climate, heat. In Tennessee, you might see like 100 degrees maybe once. Twice a summer.
Mm-hmm.
When it gets 100 degrees here, it's like for a month. And it's
sustained.
When we first got down here, it was rough on me.
Yeah,
it was rough. I was dying. But like I said, we talked about earlier, I'm kind of.
It makes you wonder how this place got so popular.
I don't know. I think maybe with all the rivers and the cities, the city life, things like that, people move here, job opportunities, move in from rural areas, maybe something like that. I don't know. That's why I'm here. I came for a job.
Yeah.
Stay, you live in the same 4 counties, for 50 years, and then all of a sudden you get a call from Austin, Texas, and it's like, hey, how'd you like to come work down here?
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, what kind of money we're talking about? And they start throwing everything out. I'm like, okay, cool. And then I interviewed with them, and they come back the next day with an offer, and I literally dropped my phone whenever they told me. I was like, what?
Is this real?
Yeah, I was like, hold on a minute.
People pay this
come
much?
Pitch me. And I thought I was making good money back in Tennessee, but without saying any numbers, it was like a 33% increase in wages.
Right.
From another job I had where I was a maintenance supervisor.
Jesus, dude. Wow.
Not just for one shift.
Yeah.
But for all 3 shifts. So when something broke in the middle of the night, they couldn't get fixed.
Yeah.
They were calling me. So, yeah. Blew my mind.
Right.
So, and we'd been looking to kind of get out of the area.
Who would have thought like an electric car company would be the company that like goes out there to really offer some real wages.
And now that I'm talking to some of my coworkers and stuff, I'm thinking, man, I could have probably negotiated and got more. I just like took the first thing. I was like, yeah, let's go. Come on.
Yeah.
But anyway.
But man, so you like basically spent a whole life, 50 years at in a different place. Like how is that hard, or you just to move to a different place?
It was a little tough. I was stressed out for a while. I'll be honest with you, because like I said, when we first moved down here, we were planning on renting this, that, and the other, and then with having just like the under the counter rental, I didn't have any history, so the rental people were like, "No, we can't do that." I'm gonna tell you how good God is. I'm gonna tell you. A friend of my wife just so happened to have a friend that lived in the area that was a realtor. She's like, hey, let me put you in touch with her. She contacted us, or we contacted her, and she's like, well, I think you guys could buy a new house. I'm like, dude, ain't no way. Well, here we are. That was in end of May of 24.
Really?
We were moved in by July 10th. That fast. And it's funny how once we applied for the loan and stuff, all these rental places started calling. It's like, oh, you qualify. And we're like, yeah, we're going to buy.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, it's a little different. I just stressed out in the beginning, learning a new job, being away from everything I knew. I do, thankfully, have some relatives from San Antonio that grew up down there. So we go and we get to spend holidays and different occasions with them, things like that. We didn't get to this time for Christmas because my family, the flu ran through the household.
Oh, man.
So we were all like, we'll spread Christmas cheer from the couch. We don't want to spread the virus. So, but up until yesterday, maybe a few days before that, everybody didn't feel like doing anything. That's why we went out hiking. We were like, we got to go touch grass. We got to go. And so we went out, and I'm a little sore today from walking because I haven't, honestly, like I was telling you before, I've been off work and I've been working around the house and stuff. It's like, when you work at home, it's like, okay, I can go do this for 15 minutes. Come sit down, catch a few minutes of the game.
Let's go have a beer real quick.
I can go back out there.
This is the only job I can do with and have a beer, like that's a special time.
And, so I don't know. And my wife reminded me also that I was, let's see, it was yesterday morning. I was cleaning the condenser coil on my HVAC system, just spraying it out. I've got some stuff I spray on there, and nasty, by the way. And it'll save you energy, folks. It'll
Wait,
save
how?
the compressor as well. I just take the sides off of it.
The sides off of what?
Off the condenser, the outside unit. Where all the dirt and stuff gets on it.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the coils on the welding chillers and stuff at work.
Right.
And you just spray that coil cleaner on there and let it set for like 10 minutes. Hit it with some water. And if you want to, you can get like a brush and clean it off too. But I had to do 2 cleanings on mine yesterday. It's pretty bad. Anyway, I was wearing my advanced shoe system, the Crocs, and they were a little wet, and I slipped. And I remembered like today, my leg was really hurting. I was like, "What happened?" Well, I was like, "Well, we talked about it." I remember you slipping. I thought, yeah, that's why it's hurting. That on top of walking on gravel and stuff in the wilderness.
Yeah.
Yesterday. Anyway, sucks getting old. Don't do it.
Don't do it. How to avoid it? How to avoid it?
Yeah. But yeah, it's one of those things where we've adapted. We love it down here. A couple of weeks, my mom and my aunt's coming in for my cousin's son's getting married in 2 weeks. They're gonna have a big wedding, and well, I say a big wedding. I don't know how big it's gonna be. It's gonna be a wedding, and so
big enough for people to travel to.
People to travel to.
Yeah,
it was an added bonus that I'm here. So.
Yeah.
Win-win for her. And so we, it's been really good for us to have somebody, relatives that we can go and not be with, and hang out with, and just aggravate each other and do family stuff.
Yeah.
Without having to drive back 1,000 miles, because you can imagine if you've flown any in the last little bit, you know how expensive flying is. And
yeah.
You get all 6 of us, 6 tickets round trip. You're in the
I had to go to Mexico in a very not so safe area. You know where Culiacan is?
No, I don't.
Culiacan is in Sinaloa. Sinaloa is a state. Have you ever heard of Sinaloa?
It seems like I was looking the other day, thinking about, hey, I'd like to just cross over, wave at everybody, and then come back.
Yeah.
And I was looking, and it's like there's a lot of areas that are deemed unsafe.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of that is exaggerated, I will say, in some areas, but in some areas it's pretty dead on.
Yeah, and so I don't know if you've noticed or not, I'm white, like really white. So I have to take that in consideration too. I stick out like a sore thumb. So
yeah.
Anywhere I go like that, I have to kind of think about that. Am I going to attract attention? You know what I'm saying?
See, but I don't think white people and Mexican ever attract negative attention.
Yeah.
Like I've never heard ever of oh, hey, shit, the white people are here. It's always the opposite. It's always oh shit, the white people are here. What do we have to sell?
Yeah.
Shit, hey, you know how to make huaraches?
Yeah.
They're coming every year for this random event. Let's make sure. Yeah. They have these places called Pueblos Mágicos, where they just have a very, very distinct culture to them that, it's Mexican, but it's distinct. It's very unique to that area.
Mm-hmm.
Almost just imagine the distinct culture up in Minnesota as opposed to Miami, Florida.
Yeah.
It's very unique.
Yeah.
But they have structures there that are thousands of years old.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So they've had this history that kind of goes back into all this area that has already been explored, but isn't run by some big organized group where it's a nice concierge welcome. It's more of a, hey, the local kid, he knows the whole cave system. So that local kid, he's gonna ride with you on his little bike to where you should park. Then you park there, and then you just walk with him through the wilderness, into some cave, into some waterfalls, and you're just doing that that is their economy.
Yeah.
So when they see a white person, I think they see more dollar signs, and opportunity.
Well, see, that's good to know.
Yeah,
Good to know, because I again, I don't know.
But that's also something to be wary of, like to try not to get taken advantage of.
Yeah, you know, because you hear all the horror stories. Yeah. You know, not that I'm overprivileged or anything, but it's just one of those things that were up until my hometown, I think we had like one black family. Mm-hmm. Everybody else white.
Right.
and then like later on, I don't think I saw anybody of Hispanic descent up until we started seeing an influx of immigration.
Right.
And most of those folks were Central American or the Guatemala area. You know, the different types of people. So
wow.
I had.
See, I've always been around Mexicans.
Yeah.
It wasn't until recently that I started being more around like Guatemalans, Venezuelans.
Yeah.
You know, all these other types of people, and I think that kind of adds on to like why this immigration issue has like gets to some kind of like emotional point, because it's just like it's a lot of change and it's really quick and it's uncomfortable, you know.
Yeah, and it was in. I kind of learned this from a guy that I used to work with. He learned Spanish in like 6 months. I guess somebody told him he couldn't. But and then something he taught me was there's so many different dialects. You know, there's like Spanish. Mm-hmm. There's like Mexican Spanish. But depending on what part of Mexico you come from, it's maybe a little different dialect. And then if you go to Puerto Rico, it's a different one. And if you go to, I don't know, where else, wherever, it may be a little different. And even within, we're talking about Guatemalan. We had a lady that was a translator there, and she's from Arizona. So her Spanish was more Spanish, proper Spanish, I guess is what you call it, like taught Spanish. But she did have some Spanish from Mexico that she knew too. But you could tell that was her second language because it was broken. But she would get frustrated sometimes because she'd be talking to some of the Guatemalan people because this person may be from this village or this particular part of Guatemala, and they say that word means something there that over here it's like, what did you just say? So you know, that's one of those things that I learned, 5 years ago, 6 years ago, that you know, growing up in a white community, it's like Spanish is Spanish, you know?
Yeah.
And so I didn't know. Yeah. But there's different dialects. And then like if you open up your translation app in your phone or whatnot, there's like hundreds. Yeah. Same way with English. There's hundreds of different dialects of that language. I think that's neat.
I think it is too. Yeah.
But knowing, like G.I. Joe used to say, knowing is half the battle. The other 50% is 25% red lasers and 25% blue lasers.
Yeah. Do you know what the Tower of Babel is?
Yeah.
I've been hearing a lot about it, but I don't know much about it.
Trying to be accurate with it, but from what I understand, they were trying to build a tower to the heavens. And
so from the earth to the heavens.
Yeah. And trying to reach, you know, the heavens. And then so God smote it and like spread all the people out and gave them all these different languages.
Wait, smote it?
And like
broke the structure and was like, hey,
disrupted it all and spread everybody out.
What are you guys doing?
We're going to confuse your languages so that you.
Oh, so the Tower of Babel was like this one centralized language that we all understood.
Yeah. From again, I don't know it all, but just from my studies, it was more of a hey, you guys are getting too big for your britches. You're getting to where you know too much. You're gonna have to. We're gonna, you know, here. Let's spread you out here, and we'll give you all these different tongues and different things like that.
Oh, wow.
So I'd have to study on it again.
Yeah.
I encourage you to read about it. It's neat.
Really?
And it's one of those things that's really cool, actually, if you get into Bible, the Bible, and you read into it. People are like, oh, the Bible's boring. No, bro. No. I get a little lost in the pronunciation of the names and stuff.
Yeah.
Because I have trouble pronouncing Spanish words. I always look over at people if there's someone that can speak the language next to me, and I'll say, I'm sorry, I'm about to probably murder your language, but tahine. I put some of that on my. I'm hiding a lot of my country. I apologize.
No, don't hide it, please. Don't hide
but it's you know what I'm talking. I mean,
I don't do it. I'm like,
and and if I get aggravated, if I get excited, it comes out more. But I've done a lot. I used to do a lot of work in customer service, so I have what my wife and call our customer service. We can turn it on and off.
Yeah.
Unless we forget, and then next thing you know, we're talking like this right here. I'm exaggerating a little bit, but anyway. But it's I think it's neat. It's trying to pronounce some of the names in the Bible and stuff like that. I'm just like, nah, I can't do it. I'm from Appalachia. Appalachian American.
Do you know about and we'll get back to. Do you know Thomas Massie?
Thomas Massie. That name sounds familiar.
Thomas Massie. I want to touch on him later, but back to the Bible. The Bible, I see it as it has so many layers to it that it's so like it's hard to describe to anybody who like is averse to that type of thinking.
Right.
But it has its surface layer, you know, and then maybe after. At whatever point you are in your life, you find a way to get through that surface layer and go to that second layer. That's then it's a whole different thing, and you're like, whoa, what happened? But then it's like enlightening in a way. Then you go into that third layer, and then it's like a whole different thing, and you just keep going and going, and it does make it feel magical in that way.
And it does. I mean, it's. It'll blow your mind. You start making the connections. It talks about Genesis 1:26. It says, let us create man in our own image. That's God speaking. Us and our what?
Let us. Yeah.
What? Father, Son, Holy Spirit. God, Jesus, Holy Spirit.
Yeah. I mean, just understanding the Trinity is a mind itself.
Like it's I had an epiphany one day. I was just sitting and I read that and I was like, why does it say us? Do I have the wrong translation of the Bible? Did I pick up? No, it's legit, you know? And then I got to studying on it and it's like, well, okay. And that's, kind of where it talks about the Trinity, really. God is one that exists in three different planes at the same time. But yet there's only one. I don't know. Anyway, it's pretty deep.
Yeah.
But if you look, there's graphics you can look up.
I mean, how do you see the Holy Spirit?
The Holy Spirit.
Like right now, like correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't know. I'm just thinking like the Trinity, because before we had the chosen people, right? Then Jesus Christ came and kind of leveled the playing field, so to speak. And then so he kind of like invites us to be a part of the kingdom, right? So is the Holy Spirit what enables us to do that? Like, is that why they say that may the Holy Spirit live through you?
Again, I don't have all the answers, but the best way that I understand it is that Jesus says that I'll leave the Spirit with you to help you along your ways. It's kind of like God inside of us. It's kind of like you do something and you think, man, I shouldn't have done that. Like really, it's just kind of like if you say something to somebody and you have to go back and apologize because it's just like, like somebody smacking you on the back of the head. You need to go back and apologize.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah.
Because my mouth gets me in a lot of trouble sometimes.
Yeah.
I speak before.
So like, in a sense, some kind of like a conscience.
Yeah. And at the same time, it's been described as a helper. It's been described as, I'll put it this way. You were talking about Jesus coming along. Do you know much about like the nursery? Like, not baby nursery, but like trees and growing things. It talks about being engrafted. I'm obviously not Jewish, but I'm saved.
Yeah.
By the grace of God, by Jesus. But you're engrafted, And then engrafting means that where you can take an apple tree. And you can take, let's say, a citrus tree. And if you cut a little spot out in that, you can put that limb, that little piece on there. If you cut it right and you take care of it,
right,
you wrap it up, and it'll grow an apple limb out here to the side. You know, in the beginning, that was the chosen people. But like you talked about when Jesus came along, that's when everything changed.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just, it wasn't limited to a certain group of people anymore. It was everybody. Anybody and everybody.
Dude, just
come on.
That just makes me so emotional, dude.
Oh, it's
that alone.
It blows my mind. Anyway, it blows my mind how that works. It seems complicated, but it's one of the easiest things ever. It's just like if you just, submit your life to them, then hey, there you are. Everybody wants to complicate. Well, I'm trying to think something nice to say. I'll quit stealing pens from work. That's when I'll get saved. Whenever I quit putting gas in my truck on the company credit card, I'm just making stuff up. But then I'll go to church. Whatever. Anyway, it seems so complicated, but it's easy. That's why a lot of times you'll see people that come from like just rock bottom, are the ones. If you look throughout the history of the Bible too, like excuse me. If you look into history and biblical history, you look at that even like with the apostles, just like Paul. He was a Christian executioner in the beginning.
Yeah.
And
Tucker Carlson talks a lot about Paul.
You look at he talks about going to the tax collector's home. Can't remember his name. I'm horrible. Read your Bible, Scott. But tax collectors in that time were just, I don't know, kind of like they are now.
Yeah, like the scum of the earth,
But worse. And it wouldn't just take what Rome wanted. They would take extra for themselves. And they were generally of the Jewish culture. And they were just cheating their own people and this, that, and the other.
Is that for real?
Yeah.
That's how, shit, I didn't know that.
They were cheating their own people and everybody hated them because they were scum of the earth,
Yeah.
But that's the kind of people he went and ate dinner, went into his home and ate dinner, things like that. And historically, talks about the prostitute. When he goes into the town or whatever, and they're getting ready to stone this prostitute's death. And Jesus bends down to her and says, hold on just a minute. And he writes something in the dirt and nobody knows what it is. And then he stands up and he starts pointing out and he says, you without sin cast the first stone. He's talking about all them dudes. In my mind, I'm thinking all them dudes probably been with her. You know what I mean? They're going to stone her because she's probably getting ready to tell. No, I'm getting ready. But,
no, but that's just kind of where the golden rule comes from, right? Yeah.
Well, that's the kind of people that he goes to, you see so many circles. I'll give you an example. I'm not going to name the church. Probably won't anybody from back home see this anyway, but a church I went to at one point, there was this kid. I wasn't there to witness it, so it's secondhand. So I believe it to be true because the person told me it was a relative of mine. But there was a powerful family in that church because they gave the land or whatever to build the church on. No, they controlled it, quote unquote. They didn't say that, but
they insinuated. There's a feeling.
Exactly. They had a certain seat. If you took their seat, you had to get up. I'm sorry, I'm getting deep right now. But there was a young, because it like upsets me. I'm having to kind of control my emotions. But there was a young kid came into church that day, and at the end of the service, that particular gentleman went to this kid and says, and he was ratty, dirty. I don't know what he had on his shirt, whatever, had holes in his jeans. Told that kid, said, hey, that's all I had to wear to church. I guess I just wouldn't come back. Oh, if I'd have been there, I'd have been like, listen, buddy. Might have shook him around. I don't know. But I heard about that, and I wanted to go and just punch the guy in the nose, because that's the kind of people Jesus wants. That's the kind of people the church wants. It's a hospital, man. That's who. It's not looking for the, everybody's got everything together.
Yeah.
Go and feel good on Sunday, and everything's good. I'm, wrote my check.
Yeah.
Good to go for another week.
Yeah. I didn't understand that as a kid until I saw, because as a kid, you just kind of see these figures, right? You don't really know what's really going on. But I saw the Pope cleaning some like some prisoner, like dirty people's feet.
Washing their feet.
Yeah, washing their feet. And I just remember wait, that's the Pope, right? As a kid, what? Yeah. What is the Pope doing, on his knees?
Yeah. It's an example of Jesus.
Yeah.
As he got around, he went and he started washing the feet of the disciples. He said, I'm here for you.
Uh-huh.
I'm not, you're not here for me. do the same thing I do. I'm not too low to wash your feet.
Yeah.
And from what I understand, the washing of the feet, in that time, you think everybody had sandals on, right? So it's kind of weird. That place we went to yesterday, it kind of reminds me of pictures. I've never been to Israel. Uh-huh. It kind of reminded me of pictures of that particular region, because you have all this rock and dirt and dust and things like that.
Uh-huh.
And you could imagine walking like all you had on was sandals all day long.
Yeah.
And so when you get to your home, you'd kick your shoes off, and the servant would wash your feet before you went into the home.
Okay.
Servitude.
Yeah.
That's kind of the representation of that.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, because I mean, just to imagine walking on the beach, I guess.
Yeah.
And then just obviously you don't want to track all that sand inside your house.
Yeah.
So
try to get it off before you get in the car.
Yeah.
Went to the beach a while back. I had sand I probably still got sand in my car. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of where that is on that one. It's, I don't know. It is cool.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people think the church exists for them. And it does, sort of.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Yeah.
It's there for Jesus.
Yeah.
That's who it's there for. Anyway.
Do you remember when you actually because a lot of growing up is, especially if you grew up in the faith, it you don't know if it's for real, or if it's just also a fairy, a Santa Claus type situation, do we actually believe what they're telling us at church? For me, do we actually believe that's the body of Christ? These are all things that I asked myself as a kid. And then you just kind of grow up, and then you get for me, it was in phases. You get to this point where, well, I don't know if I actually believe, but it does help, these foundational type teachings. It helps with the culture that we all live in and appreciate. But so you see it as a net positive.
Mm-hmm.
But then you eventually, well, for me, I eventually get to the point where I'm right now, where now I'm just at that moment where it's this might be legit,
mm-hmm.
For
mm-hmm.
real,
mm-hmm.
In a real way.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Everybody has their own way of getting there.
Mm-hmm.
But for you, at what point did you actually get there?
I was probably 24. Let's back up. We didn't go to church a lot when I was a kid.
You didn't go to church a lot? Okay.
And I won't tell that story. It's funny to me, but there might be some people that just what? Well, I'll just tell it. There's, of course, there's, I'm Protestant. I understand you guys, a lot of you guys are Catholic.
Right.
But there's so many different offshoots, I guess, of that Protestant faith. And one in particular that's really heavy back home is Church of Christ.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's a different, like a different, branch,
it's
denomination.
They don't consider themselves a denomination.
Oh, okay.
They just consider themselves the Church of Christ.
Oh, so like they're not a part of a bigger picture. They are the thing, and everything else is just
it's not
heresy.
Whatever.
Yeah, right.
But one of the big things is, but since instruments aren't mentioned anywhere in the New Testament, they don't have instruments in their worship. I come from, again, Appalachia.
Yeah.
And banjos, mandolins, fiddles.
Yeah.
Some places drums. Huge worship service in a lot of different denominations. That's where the denominations come from. It's like you got so and so that, maybe somewhere up the line they're like, hey, we don't need to be doing that. So we're going to go over here. Well, I believe we need to be doing that, so we're going to go over here. And so it kind of branches off into different. My whole thing is, if you believe in God, and he sent Jesus to die for your sins, and he rose on the third day, and you accepted that, what's the big deal? As long as it's biblical, as long as you can show me in the Bible where it says that, we'll agree or disagree, whatever. But pretty staunch on that. And of course, I'd been a little bit I'd been exposed to church. I went to a little country church, and they had banjos and mandolins and stuff like that. And then one of my, I think I was out of school then. I may have still been in high school, but one of my football teammates invited me to church. He's like, hey, you can come spend the night with me, and we'll, whatever, we'll get up and we'll go to church in the morning. Okay,
you said cool. This was high school?
Yeah, I think so. And so invites me to church, and we go to, like I said, the Church of Christ. And we go through everything. I'm just like, cool. I'm going to be honest with you, not for without drinking. Raising Cane. And we get up next morning, as long as we went to church, we were okay.
Raising Cane?
Yeah, just like raising hell. Just
okay.
Getting wild,
Is that where the chicken name comes from?
I don't know, maybe.
Raising
I didn't think of that.
Canes.
Yeah.
Oh man, I didn't know that. Wow. Okay.
And I'm sorry. This is way funnier to me probably than it will be to anybody else. But we get up and we're leaving, and of course they know I'm a guest, because they've never seen me. All they've seen me is on Friday night playing football, and they're like, "That's that guy. It's like quarterback."
Yeah.
That's that guy.
Oh, you were a quarterback?
No.
Oh.
I tried to hit the quarterback. I was a defensive line.
Oh.
If that would translate into big money nowadays, but anyway, I told you I met a guy named Al Cahal in college. That ruined my football career. Anyway, we're leaving, and the deacons are all lined up, and the pastor's lined up, and he says, I think the preacher, he says, so what'd you think about it? And me, not thinking, naive, I didn't have a clue. I was like, it's good. I was wondering where y'all's banjos and mandolins and guitars were. Oh my gosh. You'd have thought that I had brought a bottle of bourbon to church or something. I got just like, my friend was like whisking me out, like, let's get out of here. Let's go. God. I was like, what did I do? I was really naive. I didn't know. And, but that's what it was. But anyway, that's kind of some of my earlier experiences was with that particular denomination. I'm sorry, that church.
Yeah.
And maybe not just that particular one, but it was just always different. But later on, the church that I was going to is right around the time my wife and we'd met, and I think I'd already asked her to marry me. I don't remember. It's been 20 years ago. That's when I got serious about it. It hit home, because I'd had, like you experienced here a while back, you had a friend that passed away and stuff like that. And so it gets you thinking, you know, is there more to life than going out and partying every night and, running around doing whatever. And so one day, how they do it in those churches, they'll ask if anybody is there that wants to commit their life to Christ, jumped up, and I was there, praying. And yeah, that's kind of where it was at. I think I was like 20, I'm going to say 24, I think, somewhere thereabout. And then the baptism came to follow pretty soon after that. But I really didn't know what the baptism meant, except for that's just something you do till, like, hey, I got,
right.
got into, they have a big baptismal. It's like most everyone has like a big trough, like a little pool in the back that they turn on and heat up, and they have baptism services or whatnot. So they go and they baptize you under the water and stuff like that. And I didn't have a clue. And then later on, I started going to another church that a guy really opened my eyes to what it meant. So I felt like I needed to be baptized again because I didn't understand it the first time. I felt like I needed to, now that I know, that's kind of where I went with that. It was a few years later. I ended up hanging around there and got into leadership there a little bit as a deacon. I'm way behind. I do better if I'm behind the scenes and nobody's talking to me. I'm like, whatever. I'm back here.
Yeah.
I'll hold the wall up. You guys just go in there and do what you got to do. I don't want anybody knowing. That's kind of where I'm at with that. But anyway, that's kind of where I was at with that. But start having kids, things like that. It touches home a lot more. And then I think that's what got me to really thinking about things more heavily. You get to where you're spending more time in the church, and you start trying to learn more and reading. My most important thing I think is actually getting the Bible out and reading it for myself. Because no man is going to get it right. There'll be some opinion thrown in there if you're not careful. So I think that's something that we ought to do ourselves and look and study it for ourselves and hold ourselves accountable rather than just taking a word for some dude. Because there's been places that I've been to church at and people I've watched on TV, and I'm like, bro, do you even read your Bible? Anyway, if I can encourage anyone out there in the interwebs, read your Bible.
Read your Bible.
Read your Bible. Like, study it. Anyway, but that's kind of where I'm at on that. That's when I knew. It was at that point. I had oftentimes.
Just to intertwine here, the read your Bible quote or Bible quote of the day is, God greatly exalted him and bestowed on him the name that is above every name, that at the name of Jesus, every knee should bend. Philippians
say that he and to call him Lord. Yeah, and that's something. It sounds, like I said, it sounds hard.
Yeah,
but at the same time, it's easy.
Yeah,
but you got to stay. Sometimes I get out of. It's kind of like if you have a friend you haven't saw in a long time, and you don't really know them anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because so much time has passed.
Yeah.
Like,
I had a friend actually that he had retired from the military, and he just, like, one day he found me on Facebook. He couldn't be on Facebook because he was in Spec Ops. So he had to stay hid. He don't even use his real name now. And I was like, who is this? And then he started saying stuff, and I was like, oh, I know who you are. He's like, we need to get together for some coffee sometime. I'm back in Tennessee for good now. I was like, well, I'm not. I live close to Austin. He's like, oh, cool. I'm doing a veterans show, playing music, and at the White Tiger or something downtown here on Congress. And so back in October, he came into town, and it was hard to. It was just hard to talk because his life experiences were different than what mine were.
Oh yeah.
And all we found ourselves doing is talking about, hey, well, what happened to so and so, and this, that, and the other, and then you just reminisce because that's what you know from a common.
Yeah.
That's kind of the way I look at it with God.
Mm-hmm.
He don't usually move away. He usually stays there.
Mm-hmm.
It's usually us that stray off over here and go, you get caught up in your job.
Yeah.
Move away from Tennessee. Things like that. So,
yeah.
I fully believe that, it needs to be a relationship, but at the same time, it's one of those things that we have to strive for it.
Mm-hmm.
I guess is what I'm trying to get at. And if you stay away long enough, you won't know them. I don't know. That's deep, isn't it?
Yeah. You're saying there's probably like a time limit to these things?
Not really. It's just it's one of those things you got to be vigilant.
Vigilant?
Yeah, and like for instance, in our line of work, I lost 2 years after I got out of school of hands-on because I went and started working for the school that I actually graduated from. Like just, I'm going to say, they called it teaching, but I wasn't really. I was just like guiding young kids through a book to teach them about, electricity and PLCs and things like that. And maybe 1 out of 10 really wanted to be in that class.
Yeah.
And so the rest of them were just there to try to sleep or try to see what they could get away with. So, but anyway, I lost a lot of hands-on, a lot of time there that I could have been hands-on. So in 2017, I took that job, and it was 2019 before I got out and actually started applying that knowledge. And so I was like having to relearn everything again. But since I was still in that field, I guess, so to speak, and I still spoke that lingo, it made it easier.
Yeah.
Because I had it all from the heady side of it. I just needed to get in there and, do it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be quite honest with you. It makes me a little hesitant sometimes when I jump into something.
Yeah.
It's like, is this what, and a lot of times we didn't get a lot of chance to work together a whole lot. So,
yeah.
But I'll look over at somebody and I'll be like, I can back through this program, right? And then a lot of people are afraid to say yes or no, and they'll be like, I don't know. Well, yeah, sure. What point is it at? Is it picking or dropping? I don't know. And so you just slow the robot way. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And if you haven't done it in a while, it's kind of like having to learn it all over again. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of the way I see the relationship with Christ. You have to, you know what I'm saying? You have to like, if you're not involved, you almost forget how to do it.
Yeah.
I thought I was just like ultimate robot guy when I moved here. And I didn't realize that the robot programmer at the company I used to work for
made it dummy proof.
Had us locked out of so much stuff that I didn't know nothing. And again, the language that it's the same programming, but like the program labels were so different. Yeah. I had to learn the program labels here. And then when I hired, I think a lot of guys think that I came up from Model Y.
Yeah. A lot of people think that you've been here for a while.
Oh yeah, but I think May will be 2 years. And they look at me, don't you know this? And I'm like, dude, I just moved to Texas. What are you talking about? Anyway, but and so plus this makes people think a lot of times that I may know a lot more than I do. I'm just going to tell you. I'll ask you. If I ask you a question, it's because I don't know. And I'll ask a lot of questions.
Yeah.
But once I know it that one time, and I learned that one time, maybe twice, it's there.
Yeah. 3 times tops.
3 times tops, exactly. And that's if I haven't went on vacation for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I have to learn my job over again tomorrow when I go to work.
Oh, yeah.
But that's kind of what I compare it to. If you stay away from something so long, you have to get reacquainted.
Yeah.
And it's like you have to,
But it's cool. It keeps you sharp. It does like make it to like that analogy, like you are a knife. You got to sharpen that knife every day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and I think that's what that job does, because every day you got to have to, like, it's nothing's planned.
Oh no.
It's like, think critically.
Yeah.
Shit.
And I'll be honest with you, that's what
under pressure.
That's what it really makes it hard for me, because I perform best under structure, and there has to be a right way and a wrong way to do things.
Yeah.
There can't be any deviation from that. The way my mind works.
Yeah.
Either it's this way. Now, I'm not,
or it's the highway.
My wife might argue with you, but I'm not really a my way or highway guy. It's just like, this is how I know how to do it, and that's really the only way I'm going to do it. If you're doing it wrong, because that's not the way I learned it,
Yeah.
But anyway, so if there's any deviation from it, I'm just like, oh my gosh,
yeah,
why are we doing it like this? And I spend more time trying to figure out how you did that.
Yeah,
because that's not the way I learned how to do it. Anyway, and it freaks me out. I mean, I really get like spaz out.
Yeah, no, it's
I may be a little autistic. I don't know. We'll let everybody else judge that.
Yeah,
but I'm at least a little set in my ways. That comes with age, I think.
Yeah, probably.
but
I mean, it's a fun job. It challenges in all different types of ways.
Dude, I tell you, I love it. I love it. There's days that don't get me wrong. There's days I get aggravated. And, it's not real life if you don't, honestly. But as far as I couldn't be, the only way I could be any happier is if I could just stay at home and draw a paycheck from them. Yeah, I mean, honestly, or them to pay me to go and do, anyway.
Yeah. Them to pay me to fix my air conditioner.
Yeah, at home. Yeah. But I hear some of the guys, like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this. And I tell them all the time, come back and work with me. We'll take a trip back to Tennessee. We'll go to that place where I used to work at. You will come back with a whole new understanding of how well things are here.
Yeah.
It was, I was to the point I thought I was going to have a freaking stroke or something when I was working at the other place. It was that stressful and high pressure and high demand. And it wasn't those things you try to, I'm huge on sharing information, techniques, how to do things if I trust you.
Yeah.
But I earn trust with people and I teach them how to do it. And it's like it goes in one ear and out the other.
Yeah.
And so I would have to go do it anyway. So it got to the point where I just do it anyway, because when I was teaching people how to do stuff and there wasn't nobody listening.
Yeah.
So then you end up being that burnout guy. Not that you're trying to be a hero. It's just that you can either have 5 minutes downtime if I do it, or you can have 30 minutes downtime if somebody else does it and then has to call me and come do it.
Yeah.
So that's where I
Alex, Alex Perez?
Yeah. I watched a little bit of his.
Yeah, on that one, he kind of mentioned something like that, like, when you skip a handshake, please let us know.
Yes.
Because if you don't, we're going to crash.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why I try to be very upfront. If I do anything and I'll say, listen, I think I may have skipped a handshake on accident.
Yeah.
Because I don't do it on purpose unless I know 100% for sure that I know where that robot's going to go for the next step.
Yeah.
And I know it's finished with that one.
Yeah.
Or I know that.
But how do you do it? Well, on a Fennec, I guess you could do it on accident, right? But like with the Kuka, you literally have to.
Yeah, you have to touch it, and it's yeah. I was just beginning to get comfortable with Kukas whenever I moved downstairs.
Oh yeah.
I was getting comfortable. And I was without a key for a long time.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, the whole Key-mageddon.
Yeah.
That was
I was the last guy to get one back.
That was kind of like a shock to the system, huh?
Yeah, because I was starting to learn, starting to get confident doing things. And even at that point, I know enough to, for instance, if it's gonna do something, I know to go in and check, make sure my clamps are open. That is through that step before I go to the next one. If I'm waiting on a vacuum or whatever, I know that vacuum's not made, and it's what's causing the problem because it's probably got something in it or whatever. I go check, and even then, a lot of times, unless I know, I will not skip the handshake. You know what I mean? I got to know before I will. But anyway, drawing back on Alex's episode, one of the big things was I was saying that to myself for a long time. I was like, why are we using finger swipes?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh man,
Because
Alex
really,
is so excited.
Those are just tie downs, man. That's what we used them for back in Tennessee. It was tie downs.
Tie downs.
What we call tie downs is to keep your hands out of the equipment.
Yeah.
That way, two hands, unless you had somebody like, hey, come here, swipe that. And I think we had some that had just a single finger swipe.
Mm-hmm.
But we were transitioning a lot of our builders. We would get things built from the outside, and it was a cell type.
Mm-hmm.
A cell type manufacturing facility. So, for instance, you'd make this one step in the process, take it in bins, take it to the next step, and that cell would do this to it. Blah, 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 blah. And builders would build a machine, just one machine to do maybe a couple jobs.
Yeah.
But they were getting to where they were using the buttons.
Yeah.
A lot more. They were wising up, so to speak. But
yeah.
As soon as he said
man,
that,
you made him such a happy guy.
Hallelujah.
Yeah. Cause he got mad. He was like,
I could use and I felt it. I was like, yeah, man, I know.
Yeah.
Because it made even more sense what he was talking about. I was like, why do we even do that? Because I'm over there like straightening those things out, reattaching the because people will turn it however they want to turn it. Next thing you know, the plastic nut on the bottom of it. I have to go get one of those, and the next thing you know, you go get a whole new finger swipe, and there's no nut or nothing on it, and that one's broke too, but that one don't work, or is it the cable? I don't know what. And I think that's throughout manufacturing, everywhere I've ever worked. I worked it. This will be my 4th manufacturing facility as a maintenance personnel, but a few more before that. In my hometown, we had a recliner company that was in our hometown, and everybody, that was kind of like your path to manhood. You had to spend at least 6 months in that factory because you would either end up loving it or you'd hate it and then you'd go to college or not really, but that's kind of the way I feel about it.
Yeah.
But I spent a little time there, made some good money there, but that was an operator.
Like couches?
Just like recliners.
Yeah.
And you start out and you work your way up through, and I've done everything from on the line, ended up being a material handler at the highest paying. That was back in the day. Now get this. Whenever they paid bonuses for production. What a concept. So if you made, again, now I know they've adjusted the price, the pay for whatever, but back then you had a set pay. But if you made your production quota, and if you went over that, and whatever you went over that by the end of the week, they would give you X amount of money for each piece that you went over production. So they give you production bonus.
Yeah.
And so there were sometimes, you get those fat checks back then. 1993. A long time ago. But yeah. And that's what they made there. Recliners, the rocker recliners were big. Ones that had the rocking motion and they would recline. That was a huge seller, and that's the line I was working on before I left. As a material handler.
Yeah.
It was kind of cool.
Yeah, wow, your evolution was kind of like mine then, because I started as a material handler when I first had my first gig.
Yeah, it's When I ended up dropping out of, well, I say dropping out of college, whenever Tennessee Technological University told me to go home because of grades in my third semester, I ended up working for a home medical equipment company. And so that was mostly, I didn't spend very long at all in the factory. Like I said, it was 93. And, but for the most part, from like 93 up to 2015, I worked in the medical equipment field, providing home oxygen and things like that. And I worked anywhere from like logistics, sales, logistics, sales, delivery, whatever. Trained everybody that came in. We kind of had a joke that there was a magazine that would come out for the home medical equipment companies, and there was one that had a wagon, a covered wagon like you'd see, like Pioneers, and it had like oxygen tanks on the back of it, and somebody wrote on there when Scott first started in the in the oxygen business, and that was 10 years ago or more. But I'd forgotten more probably about that business than a lot of people in that business knew. Honestly, because I started, like I said, in 93, and then I got out in 2015. I was trying to look to get into management.
You said 93?
Yeah. 24 years.
Wow.
With the exception of that little stint that I spent at that furniture factory.
So,
yeah. Long time.
Oh, man.
Long time. So I've got a lot of customer service background. That's where the customer service voice comes from.
What do you think about those types of jobs where you do dedicate like a huge chunk of your life to? Like, do you think those types of jobs like owe it to you in a sense of like, hey, there's a certain loyalty here, like the same loyalty I'm showing you?
I don't think those exist anymore.
No,
I really don't.
Yeah.
My generation was probably the last one to see that. A lot of those jobs back home are usually like with utility companies, co-ops, things like that back at home, where you're in and you don't leave. That and government jobs, city, things like that, county.
Yeah.
Oh, he's the guy that's been mowing the grass on the side of the roads. What year did he start? 1978. He just retired. One of those deals, where they just same thing every day. And they reward you for that because back then, you have pension plans and things like that. But nowadays, you don't have any retirement unless you initiate that on your own. The company, like now, everybody's 401k, so they're like, here, we got this. You don't have to do it. Okay. Whereas used to, it was a pension plan. It's like, hey, this is what our pension plan is. If you want to put anything in on top of that, we'll fix you up.
Yeah.
But that kind of went away. I think we saw the end of it in like, what was it, 2006, 2008, whenever like GM and everybody like
went under.
Yeah. And
that was a crazy time.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
A lot of the clientele I had as a home medical equipment person, I had the privilege of serving these people that were in retirement community. I say retirement community, not a retirement home, but a place people come to retire because that particular community had like 20 golf courses in one county. I mean, it was just like they're everywhere. So people wanted to come and live there. The cost of living was cheap. It was in the woods. But when that crash happened, I was losing people. They were gone. A lot of people running on reverse mortgages, things like that. Couldn't make it because their pension went away whenever GM went under, and whenever Chrysler went under.
Dude, in a sense, I kind of see that as like the final like death blow to the American dream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it stinks because, like my parents' generation is, you work there. That's where you work at. That's what defines you.
Yeah.
No offense to them, because that's how it worked.
Yeah. It's honest living.
And unless
That was the middle
pick up
class.
and go
That's what
to
made
Mexico.
America gave it sparkle, you know?
Yeah. And then that was your trade. That was what you did.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just associated with your job skill set.
Yeah, and it's not like you had this ambition to, because in a lot of ways, ambition is like not all that great.
Well, and they took care of you.
Yeah, they took care of you. You knew what was important in life, you know?
But I look back at a lot of that, and it's gone by the wayside now. We have to look out for ourselves. I kind of found that out accidentally with the company I used to work for in medical equipment, because there were some changes made.
Yeah.
And somebody had to make something up about me to get me fired.
Oh, shit.
Because they didn't want me there anymore.
They made something up, like they turned you into HR?
We had just started implementing the plan.
You want to point it towards you?
We had just signed an agreement with the company I was with. They just got bought out by...
You sound like butter.
Another company. A little bit bitter. I've tried to get over it. I've tried to forgive them, but it's hard. It was for the good, because that's what led me to what I do now.
Right.
And I'm happy with it. You definitely make a lot more money doing it. You don't have to deal with the public.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
I hated being a server at a restaurant, man.
So you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Especially on Sundays after church.
Dude. Yeah.
Shout out to my church people. They're going to love me for that. But I'm sorry. Where was I at? I'm horrible.
Getting fired from a loyal job.
So what it was they had a safety protocol that you could not use your cell phone, period, in a company vehicle. Best way to do that was to turn it off. But then they would get mad at you
for not answering.
You didn't have your cell phone handy, or if you weren't answering them. But anyway, they try to do this without mentioning names or anything, so we're not underneath any kind of
scrutiny,
penalty or scrutiny.
Yeah.
But I was pulling out one day, and my cell phone was sitting on the console. I was driving an E350 Ford van, delivery van. And on those consoles, they're all plastic, right? And I didn't have my phone like all the way down in the cup holder like it should have been. And it fell out and went in the floor. Yeah. And so when I pulled out in the median where I was at, I picked the phone up out of the floor real quick and then started looking in the mirror, and I inadvertently was doing this with it. Like looking in the mirror with the phone like up like this, looking and doing this in the mirror, you know? And my manager saw me doing that. He's like, "You were on your cell phone." I was like, "No, I was not."
No, I was not.
I can show you my phone records, buddy. That's okay. We're going to fire you anyway. So that's how they did it. We're going to fire you anyway. So I said, all right, good deal, whatever. Anyway, like I said, I was a little bitter about that, but I look back on that. I'm still a little bitter, but that's the best thing that ever happened to me, brother. It forced me to go. I went into manufacturing for just a minute as an operator, PA, whatever you want to call it. And I was like, man, there's got to be something better than this. Because I went from making...
Do you want anything to drink yet?
Did you have any water?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take one if you don't mind. And so like... Thank you. So like... I worked there for a little while, and then I was like, man, I got to go to school. There's got to be something better than this. I got to be able to provide for my family. So at that point, they were doing 2 shifts like what we do. And you know, of course, you know, well, no, it's not like that now. But that particular company, in order to work overtime, you know, your shift didn't start at 6 o'clock at night as a second shift person. It started at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And if you had to work over, you worked over. If you're a first shift person, which I was, you'd have to go in early.
3 a.m.?
And I don't sleep good anyway, man. So then you'd have to, we're working 10 hours tomorrow. Oh, okay. So I'll just have to come in at 4. I can handle that. Oh, we're working 12 hours. Oh, I got to be there at 2. So I had to get up and come in at 2:30 in the morning. And so that was just horrible. Anyway, but for $9.50 an hour, I mind you. And this is 2016. It's not that long ago. They make a little better than that there now, like 12, I think. Mm-hmm. But
I remember negotiating with my manager at the barbecue restaurant I was working with. I was like, please, like, I think I'm worth $14. Mm-hmm. I swear.
Yeah.
I'll give it my all, coach.
Put me in, coach.
Which, I mean, still, like, that is, I guess, a lot of money to be made at a fast food restaurant, given the prices at the time. The prices now, there's no value menu anymore, dude. No. Before, I knew it as the dollar menu. Legit, $1. Yeah. For a cheeseburger, man. Like that. Yeah. My order, my McDonald's order. I always got a double cheeseburger, fries, and that was all I needed in my life. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Not anymore, man. Man.
It's funny. I look back on it. Taco Bell was my go-to.
Taco Bell.
They had that value menu. I don't remember, but you could get like, every once in a while they'd do the Baja fish tacos, and you could get those, and that was my go-to, and a Baja Blast Mountain Dew. And there would be a string, because what ultimately would happen is we'd have somebody would get fired. Mm-hmm. And what it was they did formulas, and they wouldn't hire people until that formula was met. Mm-hmm. And so we were right on the edge of having a fourth person. And there would be like 3 of us delivery guys. And then somebody would either get fired or quit right about the time they were, we were getting ready to go on vacation or something like that. And it's like, oh man, now we're going to have to train another one in. But it'd be me and another guy having to cover essentially basically 4 people's jobs, because we were almost doing 4 people's jobs with 3 people to begin with. But anyway, and you'd be on the road, and I was working like 14, 16 hours a day because we were just doing that just to keep up with the demand. And it was like Taco Bell all day, every day, It gets to the point to where you can't hurt my stomach anymore. That's it. But it was the most value to me. I mean, the best tasting stuff.
What was your go-to?
I want to say my favorite was probably those Baja fish tacos.
Baja fish, just always.
Yeah.
I actually never tried, like, to this day, like a Filet-O-Fish at McDonald's. Yeah. Like any type of fish at a fast food restaurant, to me, like, I already don't like fish. Imagine that. I already don't like fish.
Gotcha. I see.
And then just to think, like, oh man, like what is this? Because you think, what's in a chicken nugget? What is a chicken nugget?
I take it you've seen the pink slime videos.
Oh yeah. Chicken nuggets are so delicious, though. They are still so scrumptious.
I'm really glad that when we came here, we were introduced to P. Terry's.
P. Terry's.
It's really good.
Yeah.
There's another place in San Marcos we like to go. It's called, oh my gosh, what is it called? I want to say Bob's Burger for some reason. But that's not it. Anyway, it's a burger joint.
Dan's Hamburgers or something?
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to look it up.
Look it up.
It's good.
They deserve the one person that might want to go.
Exactly, and I think it's kind of sort of like a mini chain, because I think they have one here in Austin too. And you'll have to pardon me because I don't have my glasses on.
Oh no. Oh, your glasses right there.
Yeah. It's quicker to do it that way. No, I have to. I can see things a mile away, man. Anything up within arm's reach, it ain't happening. What is it called? I'm going to slap myself when I see it. Buddy's Burgers.
Buddy's Burgers.
Yeah, they've got like 3
Buddy's
menu
Burgers.
items.
Uh-huh.
And then they run through like a gambit of like specialty drinks, shakes and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You got like a single hot, spicy, whatever you call it.
Uh-huh.
Then you got a double or a double hot, spicy. And then you got like, I think they have a chicken on the menu, but there's a chicken and there's a spicy chicken. And that's pretty much it. You can get your fries either regular or spicy. And that's it. Or seasoned, maybe. But it's really good.
Fries.
It's really good.
Seasoned are fucking.
We were happy to find that. It's good.
Have you ever had Good Times?
I have not.
Good Times. It was a burger joint in Colorado. I don't know how big it ever was. I just remember it being the burger joint in Colorado that had that introduced me to seasoned fries, and my life has never been the same.
No. And you do spend time at home trying to recreate that with fries you get from the store.
Yeah.
And you get done, it's like, maybe it was this. And you eat it, it's like, oh, it's way too salty. Or, whatever. But you can do that. If you can ever figure out that stuff, you can do a lot of that at home and it doesn't cost as much.
No.
Before I got into this field, we lived paycheck to paycheck, so we had to find creative ways to make ends meet. I'll just put it that way. We had to find very creative ways to make ends meet. So we would try to recreate meals at home. We still do that a lot.
Recreate meals at home?
Yeah, things that we'd gotten out. Like even now we'll do like Arby's roast beef sandwiches at home, things like that.
Dude.
And just to try to, by the time it's all said and done, yes, it's easier to go, but you end up saving money.
Yeah.
So, but we end up buying the actual Arby's sauce and the Arby's horseradish sauce and the horsey sauce, stuff like that. But just, when you got a big family and you like to eat it.
Arby's, I haven't gone back to Arby's ever since I tried, they made me try sauerkraut for the first time.
Okay.
And I guess my tongue isn't just made, it's not made for the sauerkraut. Or at least not yet. I assume it's an acquired taste, but the first time because I was really hungry, man.
Yeah.
I was really hungry, and they made the sandwich look delicious. I didn't know what that like stringy shit was.
Is it the Reuben?
It might be.
I think so.
Well, I don't know. It was like a special type thing, but I ordered it. I took the first bite. Because I waited. You know when you order something and like let's say a pizza, you order the pizza, it's like hot, fresh, but you got to take it home to the family. So shit, like I want to eat a slice right now.
Yeah,
like it's not a big deal, right? No. I'm gonna wait.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna wait. Well, that's what I did with that Reuben.
Yeah.
And I got home, and I also couldn't walk because I fucked up my ankle, so I laid down, I had my drink, and I put my show on, and then I took the first bite, and I was like,
what is this?
Oh, dude, what?
Yeah.
Oh,
so I take it you probably don't like cabbage.
I mean, I've grown to like coleslaw.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's an acquired thing. It's like cabbage is a huge garden staple back in Tennessee. And we do a lot of sauerkraut canning.
Really?
Things like that. Well, not so much anymore. But when we were young, we'd grow a big garden and can the fire out of some daggone tomatoes. We'd have fresh onions out of the garden, corn. We couldn't ever really keep a whole lot of corn up. We'd freeze a lot of it and cut it off the cob and freeze it.
Yeah.
And Mom would she makes the best, what we call fried corn. Anyway.
Fried corn, like the corn on the cob, she fries it?
Well, no, she takes it and cuts it off.
Oh, okay.
Off the cob, and then we'll fry it up in butter and stuff. It's not cream corn. It's like fries, like maybe it has a little bit of that cream. You know what I'm talking about, like the juices from the corn.
Yeah.
But it's that she fries it in a.
I stole the restaurant recipe on the sweet cream corn, dude.
There you go.
My sister makes it every year, and it's just like,
yeah.
Oh man.
My wife is trying to recreate the Mexican street corn.
Mexican street corn.
Yeah.
I actually don't know what that's. Believe it or not, I really don't know what that's like. I know what the street corn is in Colorado after Mass. After church, we would always have these vendors outside the church selling corn inside a cup with Parmesan cheese.
That was
some mayonnaise,
Parmesan, but it has the mayonnaise.
That fake butter shit, and they like mix it in there.
Yeah.
Oh man, if I could just get that one last time, because I haven't been able to find anything like it ever since. I mean, there are a bunch, right?
Yeah.
But it never get to that consistent. Actually, you know what? After this podcast, I will go to the store and I will buy the ingredients that I remember as a kid and try to recreate it.
There you go.
Because it's dude, it was so amazing. But anyway, yeah, that to me is a Mexican street corn. And what are they called? I called them paletas as a kid, but the popsicles, the dairy type like strawberry, like cream flavor type popsicles.
I think I bought some of those at the store the other day.
Yeah, they have these Mexicans ones.
It was from. It was made in Mexico.
I need to keep those stock in there, man, because those will brighten anybody's day.
Yeah, and I know what you're talking about. It's kind of like it's not a really red. It's more like a creamy. Like
creamy red. Yeah.
Banana. Or
they have all these different flavors, man. That the first time you have them, like it will be a canon moment in your life where you remember, like, that was like around that time I did that weird like podcast one time, like that was.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. But yeah, it was a bunch of like street like people with their little box of those types of little carts of those just waiting for us outside of church. And the priest didn't really appreciate that a whole lot, but we did. We were ecstatic.
If we were to run them off, y'all would have been like,
"Oh yeah,
Armageddon."
No, but I mean, at the same time, like after church, they would always have like the hall or what the cafeteria area on the side of the church where that they would have all types of different food after church.
Okay.
Like for purchase from like people within the community, right? They all bring like the Sonia over here makes a mean.
That we call potluck.
Yeah, potluck. They all have their little potluck and they all have their little like and the free stuff. Like it would always have like tamales and shit. That was always cool. But the street vendors are awesome too. I actually not thought about this and like since that time as a kid. So it's like my brain is like, oh my God.
Well, the place she tried one. I don't know if it's the first one she ever had, but there is a vendor at the San Marcos at the Tanger outlets. There's like a little vendor out there that she bought. I can't remember what the name of it was, but that's the first time she bought it. She says, "Oh my goodness, So maybe that's where you need to try it because, like, that's just she had the mayo and stuff. But it was.
No, I'm going to Walmart, man. I'm gonna get the mayonnaise. I'm gonna get the fake ass butter. Actually, I think the corn is really what the core necessity is here.
If it's fresh, I think to me. But my thing is I can't eat corn anymore.
Really?
It really messes with my digestive system. I'll just leave it at that.
Well, yeah, I mean, corn's the only thing that like your digestive system doesn't process, right?
Yeah. So
anyone who has ever taken a shit knows that.
But yeah, that's I guess to get an upset stomach, it just hurts. Any kind of corn like that. But I used to like I said, in our garden, we had corn and man, we just tear that stuff up. Get the stick of butter and put your butter on it, a little bit of salt, like you were watching cartoons from a kid.
Yeah.
But I can't eat it anymore. Onions, that's another one. Onions.
What about corn derived products? Like corn syrup.
I don't know. I try to avoid corn syrup.
Yeah, I try. Everybody should try to avoid corn syrup, but
But like cornmeal. Like we'll
cornmeal.
make cornbread.
Yeah, cornbread. Oh, man. Tell me you can still eat cornbread, man.
I would say even if I would go on my deathbed every time I eat it, I would probably still eat cornbread. That's one of those things to where it's just like, nah, man. You go to, you know what Cracker Barrel is?
Yeah.
They ask you want biscuits or cornbread. What do you even ask that question? Bring me the cornbread.
Did you see that? Were you aware of that whole thing that happened with their name brand? Yeah.
That's that. They're headquartered out of like Lebanon, Tennessee, which is like an hour from where I'm from. So every town has like here. I think I've seen 2 Cracker Barrels.
Yeah,
one in San Marcos and maybe another one in north of Austin somewhere. Maybe.
Yeah, we had a few in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
So
it's kind of but whenever we want a little taste of home, sometimes we go to Cracker Barrel. That's also the only place that serves Mellow Yellow.
Mellow Yellow,
which is the Coke brand of Mountain Dew. My son loves it. So when are we going to Cracker Barrel? Because you can't get it here. And he's been like trying to get on Amazon and order it and stuff. Because like Mellow Yellow is like
you can't get Mellow Yellow anywhere
except for
Cracker Barrel.
And there might be some other places, but Cracker Barrel's the only place that we've been able to find it that I know of. So that's kind of his thing. Yeah. But yeah, that whole branding thing was, we might as well. That's kind of where the world's gotten to.
Yeah.
It's because that rebranding was their attempt. Honestly, it sounds like the attempt that the president or whatever the lady is, CEO or whatever.
Yeah.
That was her attempt to dissolve the company.
Oh, really?
It sounded like to me.
Oh, yeah. With these like venture capital firms, like they all just gutted the soul out of everything.
They got so much backlash that it was just like, we'll just leave it the same way.
So. Yeah. I mean, going back to fast food, like they've taken everything from us, right? Like McDonald's used to be like pretty, well, I don't know. As a kid, it was still pretty terrible, but at the very least, it was cheap.
Yeah.
And then going to restaurants like Cracker Barrel, Chili's, Applebee's, like Buffalo Wild Wings being the most like it hurts me pretty bad because high school days that was a go-to. Oh yeah, after baseball, after any baseball game, if we went to Buffalo Wild Wings, it was gonna be a blast.
Oh yeah.
But now like all these restaurants that I'm trying to describe, they all they all have their own unique things to them, but like it's all the same shit. It all comes from Benny Keith. It all comes from Cisco, these food distributors, and like there's no like actual uniqueness to any of them anymore. And it's they call it just Goy Slop nowadays. And well, Mario.
I started to say, where did I hear that?
Yeah, Mario.
That's where it was at. I was like, I was going to ask you, did I hear that somebody say that on one of your podcasts?
Yeah, Mario always says the Goy Slop. But yeah, these restaurants, it makes me, because I used to love these restaurants, man. The only one that to me, it still gives me that feeling of like, hey, this is something that we should do every Sunday.
Yeah.
After church, this is where we want to go as a family every Sunday.
Yeah.
Is a Texas Roadhouse.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. To me, I'm a Texas Roadhouse type of guy.
Well, we have to, now I'm trying to think, Texas Roadhouse.
Steak.
Yeah. Well, there's one. Is it Longhorn?
Longhorn.
Which one does the peanuts?
Texas Roadhouse.
That's the way we can't go. I've got two of my kids have
peanuts,
so we can't go.
Man.
So that we haven't eaten at Texas.
The peanut thing used to be, it used to be a really big thing. Like their whole floors was just full of peanut shells.
Yeah, covered.
And to me,
picking them out of your shoes like a week later. What's that on the floor?
I wish it would do like half and half, like what? Because now it's different. Now the peanut shells aren't everywhere now. As a kid, like going to Texas Roadhouse for the first time, to me it was like, oh my god, there's Like these people, they just don't give a. This is awesome. Like I just kind of just want to like it like as a kid playing in leaves, during autumn. Like that's what I want to do with all the peanuts as a kid. I was like, oh, just throw it everywhere because no one gives a. That's cool, and the food is delicious. Oh my god. Yeah. But now it's not like that anymore. The peanuts, they're all in bags, and no one eats the peanuts anymore. Like I have never, the amount of times that I've gone to Texas Roadhouse and not see anybody like eat peanuts. Mm-hmm. Like they just give bags of peanuts now, and my girl loves them, but she never eats them before eating like a mouth-watering steak. Yeah, get an appetizer, then we and the salad. She loves a salad. Yeah. But no, we take the bags with us home. Yeah. But yeah, no, like any Texas Roadhouse you go to now, it's just I've never seen an open peanut container everywhere.
So it went from the basket of peanuts. Now it's just a bag here. Like here's your complimentary peanuts.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, still, I give you an idea how long it's been since I've eaten it once.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
No, I think you should give them a try, man. Like maybe just you and your wife just to see the vibe, see what it's all about first.
Yeah.
But yeah, it there is a special place in my heart for Texas Road. Yeah. For maintaining it's a vibe because it's all different types of families there, all the different types of people there that are just like. You could tell, like, that, it's just, maybe they're not doing well in life, but, like, they're having a good time here, They're about to have some good steak.
Yeah, I know what you mean. That's, we used to, had a tradition when I was growing up. Again, little age gap here. You're talking about McDonald's.
Yeah.
So I can remember we would, like, there was a flea market, the same town I was telling you about how the retirement people in. Mm-hmm. They had like this big flea market, right? And so my grandparents, they would like load us up and we'd go every Sunday and go to the flea market.
My family did too. I love the flea market.
And it was,
except they didn't say flea market, they said La Pulga, which is flea market.
Oh, yeah. I think in Nashville they call it swap meet.
Yeah, swap meet, yeah.
But we would go and it was our goal every time we'd go, for me and my brother and any cousin that was going with us. Hey, let's see if you can talk your dad into going through Cookeville, which is the town. You could go through it to get where you were going, but it was much closer to go through a little town called Monterey.
Yeah.
To go to Crossville. And we would just try so hard. We want to see the Golden Arches. We don't have a McDonald's in our hometown.
Yeah.
Now you got one on every corner.
Yeah.
And we used to beg. I want to see the Golden Arches. We want to see McDonald's. Because back then they were doing the whole Hamburglar and all the animated, or not animated, but like the big, like Sesame Street style characters and stuff. And they were giving away the cups and the Hamburglar and all the other, whoever Grimace and whoever all those characters are. God. And so that was kind of like, oh my gosh, we got to go see if they're going to be there.
Yeah.
They're not going to be there. And then
sometimes they were.
Yeah,
I did see them. Oh my God. The excitement I had when I saw Ronald McDonald, dude.
Oh yeah.
And the Hamburglar. That was a sight to see.
Whenever it was like a new thing, to the town.
Mm-hmm.
And so when we would finally at times convince him to drive by, you're not getting anything. We brought sandwiches. And that's what we did. We'd like bring a cooler full of sandwiches and whatever.
My family too. My mom made the best sandwiches.
Flea market all day long, and just like by the time you're done, you're sunburned. Or I was anyway. Sweaty, tired, been running around throwing rocks in the pond down next to or whatever, and trying to figure out, I want that leather belt right there with my name engraved or pressed into it. So that was a big thing then too, to put your name on a belt, across the back of your belt. Or do I want to buy that CD player or that cassette deck right there that's going to cost me $30. And it may work and it may not. But it was neat. They had like a big stand where they sold like stuff, but they had this one, they called them pork rinds, pork skins.
Yeah. Or the kettle corn.
Yeah.
Always had
maybe they had kettle corn. I'm not sure. That's only been 40 years ago, man. I don't know. Anyway, they would, you'd always get your complimentary bag that mom and dad would buy for you, full of pork rinds. You could either, I think they had like plain or barbecue. That was it. But they were actually like cooked right there in a kettle, right there on the spot. But anyway, memories. But we used to beg to go to McDonald's. We didn't get a McDonald's in my hometown until I think I was like 15 or 16. Mm-hmm. Circa 1980.
So high school years, man. Did you guys hang out at McDonald's?
Mostly offensive linemen.
Offensive linemen.
The big boys. Because every week they'd have all you could eat pancake. And our offensive line coach was like, hey, you guys need to go to McDonald's on whatever. I think it was Tuesdays, Monday. I don't know what day it was. I don't know. I just remember going in there and we were just like, woo, and of course my little brother had to go everywhere I did because, I was driving. So he'd go with us and that's where he learned how to eat too. But all the offensive linemen, we'd all be in there they'd give us like a special discount because we're on the football team, and we'd all be in there just like packing it away. And because they needed for us to bulk up and get some size to us. Yeah. And so we would hang out there. And we would like circle the parking lot in the car and stuff like that too. And we'd always go and, maybe get a drink or something, sit in a booth and hang out with friends or whatever. It was kind of like a modern day drive-in or whatever or something where people would go and sit.
Do you think loitering was like a cool thing to do back in the day?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And that's gone by the wayside too.
Yeah. Because now it's like dangerous if you see like a group of people.
Yeah. Yeah. It's funny. We were just talking about that the other day. I can remember even my dad before just back and forth on the main strip of town, back and forth, just seeing who all we could see. Dad beeping at people, mom like waving. I'm the oldest, so I can remember them when they were still in their 20s. My other two brothers, my mom and dad were older than them. But I grew up with them. But we'd be riding around, and there were certain places they had like a drive-in restaurant called the Blue Circle there in our town. But I can remember when gas was 70, I think 79 is the cheapest I can remember it. Mm-hmm. But that's probably because I wasn't keeping up with it when I was younger. But as I got older, 70-something cents I can remember. 79. I think when I was in high school. Yeah. I saw it somewhere for less than $2 here the other day. Pretty awesome. But it's just, there's like a...
Less than $2?
Yeah.
Today?
No, it's been a month ago.
Oh, okay.
Probably. Should be going down soon, though.
Because of Venezuela. I woke up the other day and my wife was like, she's never into politics at all. She's like very detached. And the fact that she woke me up, because it like got to her immediately, was that, we got Nicolas Maduro.
and it's crazy. What's crazy is you got a certain group of individuals that are losing their freaking mind that happened. Yeah. But then everybody that they interview that has any ties to Venezuela, I can't remember if I'm murdering the language. To that country. I'll simplify it so my Appalachian won't. Everybody they interview, even here in Austin, which is, traditionally liberal town. Yeah. Everybody's like, yes, all my family, we've been suffering for years underneath this regime. They're celebrating it. And then you can just kind of see it on the news people's faces. They're like, we didn't want you to say that. Anyway, but, I do wonder if there's And you have to, just because it's government. You have to wonder if there's an ulterior motive to it.
Yeah.
My thinking is, I think there's more than the drug trade that was involved there.
Yeah.
I believe that the administration sees that there's an oppressed people that they wanted to free. But at the same time, I had heard rumors that the Chinese government had meetings with that dude like hours before that.
Yeah.
So maybe that was a message to say, hey, don't come to the West, man.
Yeah.
We got you.
Uh-huh.
You know, and it's always hand in hand. You got China, Russia, and there's always some South American country, Cuba, somewhere.
Yeah.
That they try to take advantage of and try to put their missiles or try to put their base or whatever down there. And I think, hoping that was part of the chess game.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, good for them keeping the fentanyl out of America.
Yeah.
But
well, I mean, that's just assuming that there is fentanyl coming from Venezuela.
Yeah. Cocaine.
Yeah. Or whatever. I mean, whatever the case may be. Maybe there is drugs coming in from Venezuela, but it's definitely not the majority or where the focus should be. I mean, Mexico is far and beyond like the main baddie as far as what like drugs that negatively affect Americans come from. Yeah. But I don't know. The way I see Venezuela is that I mean that America, the United States, it is the hegemony of the world right now. Mm-hmm. The world is based on the US dollar. And right now, with all the instability going on, all the wars, all the everything seems like it's coming to a head, like with AI and like it's heating up, right? The dollar is very unstable, given and especially once we slapped sanctions on Russia, like full sanctions, and Russia was still able to function, not just function, thrive, like that just kind of fucking like. Just like it was like I don't know. I think it just made the dollar weaker. And with that said, that means that we are going to need all the natural resources that we can get, because if the dollar loses more confidence than it already has, then we might be in trouble. And the way I see it is that Trump is trying to get all the natural resources that we can possibly have to be able to recover from whatever's coming, because something's coming. Who knows what it is, but something's coming.
Oh yeah.
And so that's how I see it. Whether like the regime change, I really hate like any kind of war just based on just benefiting anyone else who isn't American. It bugs me. but other than that, like I could see how they could sell it from an economic standpoint.
Yeah.
What bothers me is that they're just lying straight to our faces like that.
Yeah.
Like that bothers me a lot, actually. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's, speaking of the lying.
Yeah.
Since we're on that subject, how do you feel about this overtime, no tax on overtime thing? Have you checked into that yet?
What is that? I mean, that was just kind of like the way to sell it, right? I think it only is what, for the next 5 years or something like that?
It's only for the next 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
But when you hear that, what do you hear when you heard no tax on overtime?
No tax on overtime is, all right, listen, we're going to need you to work.
Yeah. Yep.
So in order to make it not so like terrible for you, well, we'll not charge you for taxes on overtime for the next 5 years.
Okay. That's what I heard too.
Yeah.
And I also heard it was going to be retroactive to the very first of 2024.
Oh, yeah.
Which it was. So we'll get that. But guess how they're doing it? Tax deduction. Well, you figure, okay, so all the overtime I've worked is going to be tax-free, right?
Yeah.
No. It's only on the premium part of it, which means that first hourly rate that you get in a time and a half situation, it's still going to be taxed. It's just the half. Oh. That's all that's getting the tax break.
Yeah.
So wife and I were talking about income taxes. We were looking at the end of the year and stuff and kind of figuring out what the tax situation is going to be and all this, that, and the other. And I said, well, depends on the overtime. And then I thought to myself, I was like, that ain't going to make no difference. even if I worked a ton of it, it's still not going to make a whole lot of difference because you think about it. Let's say if you worked a 60-hour week, well, 20 hours of that is only going to look like 10 from a tax standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, you're only going to get 10 tax-free hours. So I feel like I was lied to.
Yeah.
Just to get it to pass.
Yeah. No, 100%. Yeah. No, they.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I voted for Trump, and ecstatically, I was so elated to be able to go to the voting booth with fucking Trump vans, but now I did. Like it just feels.
Do you
icky.
have voter remorse? You think
it feels icky? It feels like a lot of disappointment right before the midterms. It feels like they're just kind of like, all right, well, everybody who voted for us, hey, thank you for getting us in here, but
to heck with you.
Yeah.
We're just gonna do our own thing.
It kind of feels well, I assume because I wasn't there around the time, but for those people that did vote for Obama, like those people, there was an energy around them, like there was for real, like people were emotionally truly believed in Obama because of the messaging that he was giving, which is the same messaging that Trump was giving during this go around, which was like no new wars. When Trump was in office, there wasn't any new wars. So you kind of think that, okay, Kamala is going to continue the status quo, right? Like she's just going to, okay, we're just going to send money everywhere. But Trump went on no new wars, and going back to like the whole Obama thing, that's something that he sold the American people on. And people believed him, and people like for real. And he was such a disappointment, dude. That's what I assume. Like a lot of like just speaking for myself. That's how I feel right now. It's just kind of fuck.
I haven't. I'm not suffering from remorse, voter remorse from that because honestly, I didn't get to vote this time because I was in between the moves. I hadn't been here long enough to vote yet. So I missed out on. I could have voted absentee in Tennessee, but I just didn't feel right about that. Actually, I think I found out after the fact that my time ran out. But I'm a little disappointed. I'm a little bit disappointed. That whole overtime deal won, and it looks like it's not affecting me a ton because we have two good incomes. I mean, it affects us, but it don't like.
I mean, the fact that you need two incomes it's already a problem.
It's already exactly.
Yeah.
But if I were still in Tennessee and my wife was working part-time like we were before, it would have definitely, the economy would have still been hurting us, I think.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen anybody go to jail yet. We'll just leave that open as whatever.
Yeah.
Do I think anybody's going to go to jail?
Yeah.
No.
I mean, that was
too many people in power know too much on other people in power. I'm not saying Trump is exempt from that. I'm not saying he's involved in any of that. But that whole Epstein thing, get off the pot, guys. Release it. If you're not involved with it, hey, drop it. But I'm wondering if there are people involved underneath him that are like, we can't do this.
Yeah.
Because I'm on this.
Or not underneath him, over him. There are a lot of people over him.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of? Yeah. Oh, I know exactly. What you're talking about. Yeah. No, this is why I mentioned Thomas Massie earlier. Because it was Thomas Massie, a congressman from Kentucky.
Okay.
That if it wasn't for him and this other guy named Ro Khanna and Marjorie Taylor Greene and Mrs. Bobart, like the Epstein file, like to this, I mean, they're the DOJ is going against the law right now because they haven't released everything. And anytime they like release something, first there wasn't anything, then there's a million documents, and now it's like, okay, well, looks like there's like 5 million over here, so it's going to take a while before we're able to release these things. So I mean, that tells you right there that they never planned on actually releasing any of this type stuff. But the fact that they are getting released, or at the very least acknowledged, like these are real. Maybe they'll just give us like a bunch of papers with a bunch of black bars on them.
Redactions.
Yeah. But at the very least, like, they can't deny that they're not real.
Right.
And that in itself, like that, I mean, this guy literally committed political suicide. Thomas Massie is Trump's number one enemy right now. And if you, I believe that you would love Thomas Massie. Tom Massie.
That's where I'm more what I'm more familiar with that name instead of Thomas. I've heard him say, Senator Tom. I got you. I know who you're talking about now.
Yeah, he's a congressman though. He's not a senator.
Not a senator. Okay.
Yeah. But he came up with this documentary of I don't know, some teen went out to his land and he built his house like himself and like learned how to like.
Oh, okay.
Like there are no metal fasteners anywhere.
Okay.
On his house.
So he had like old school peg and log.
Old school, everything like from his land.
Yeah.
Even down to the stones that he like did some masonry on around his like fireplace and shit like that. And now like his chickens, he's an MIT like graduate. So he's an engineer. That's where he got his money from like a company that he started back in the day. And he hasn't stopped on that shit. He has an old Tesla Model S battery that powers his home. Yeah. And he, on this, I have to bring this out because shout out Dylan. On that Raspberry Pi, he programmed himself a way to be able to detect the charge of the battery and to be able to, in a smart way, distribute that energy on a Raspberry Pi. And dude, just from going from all and his water pressure, it comes from a stream from up the hill.
Yeah, so it's all gravitational feed.
Exactly. Yeah, and his chickens are legit free reign because he created. Because he also has problems with coyotes and all this stuff. He created this structure that is self-driving, like a Roomba.
That the chickens stay under.
Yes.
It's like a mobile, what do they call those? It's not a coot. I think they call those mobiles. Like an actual mobile that you don't have to move. Automated mobile, maybe.
Automated mobile,
They do rabbits the same way. They put rabbits and then move them around.
Yeah. Well, that's what he did. And he did all that like by hand. Like this guy is like, I don't know where he, like, I don't know how. I don't know, but he is someone that I do genuinely respect. And going against his whole party hates him. Trump especially hates him because he just always votes no for increasing the budget. He always votes no for like any kind of war type stuff. He always votes no for any like free speech type stuff. And the problem with all of that is that a lot of the bills that Trump has been pushing has all been like against all that. And so that's why, because, Congress, they'll be like play deals, like the behind the scenes, like this congressman, hey, listen, if you do this, we'll do that. Like that. The thing is that Tom doesn't play ball.
Yeah.
And that's what they hate most about him. So when this whole Epstein debacle happened and Trump started denying everything, he figured out a way. Like this is just like Congress technical lawful jujitsu of how to ram this law through Congress. Because Mike Johnson like saw what he was doing and told everybody to go home on break early. The earliest Congress has ever gone to break because he knew what he was doing and he needed to figure out like what the counterattack is going to be Like, we need time.
Okay.
So we sent everybody home.
That's why they went home early.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And, but I mean, they couldn't figure out a good defensive tactic. And Thomas, along with Ro Khanna and GT, obviously the whole Democratic Party, I don't think they are good at all, other than they only signed on because they hate Trump.
Mm-hmm.
And, but because of these people, they sign into law the Epstein File Release Act, right? So now they have to, by law, have to release all these things.
Yeah.
And to me, like that is the biggest, like, blowed up power I have seen in our lifetime.
And it needs to be more transparent. It really does. I know there's things that we need to keep secret. And it's not the JFK assassination.
No.
They had to keep that secret because the CIA is the one that did it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I mean, they still have to keep it secret. Like, whatever they've released so far, it's
a lot of it's redacted.
Yeah.
But I mean, to me, going back on that, I don't trust my government.
Yeah.
I
don't either. Yeah, fuck this.
It's like, there's a famous wrestler, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Don't trust anybody. DTA. That's kind of how I am politically. I get behind people, but I still kind of a trust but verify some of that Ronald Reagan stuff. But like I said, I feel I'm very questionable about this administration. The first term, rock star. Then the second term,
I mean, rock star, given all the impediments, because he was a rock star, but the system was throwing everything at him.
They could
everything at him. Yeah.
And that's what I wanted. I want term limits. I want them to quit getting paid. I'm just going to be honest with you. Maybe give them some per diem or something. Yeah, whatever. Guess how many people are going to line up to go to Congress and Senate then?
Nobody. You mean like, but that's, that's all insider trading stuff. Like, their salary is abysmal. Like, I think a congressman makes like $230,000 a year, like, by law salary, but that's not where they make their money. They make their money from insider trading.
Or opening up Somali.
Or speeches.
Speeches.
You saw that Somali shit going on? Oh, dude, I'm
telling you what, there's some, I'm not going to call them friends, but some acquaintances on social media that aren't liking me right now for posting a lot of that stuff that's going on.
Well, dude, it's embarrassing. It's disrespectful, actually.
It is. And then you got, I think they pulled the number from one of the daycares and called that number. Some guy did on social media and called it live, like put it in and push dial.
Nick something. Nick Schwartz or something like that. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, that's the guy that exposed all that. But I'm talking about they actually looked on the video and was like, hey, I'm going to dial this number.
Oh, okay.
And that number dialed directly to the office of, guess who?
Tim Walz.
Bingo. So, again, there's things they can do to make things like that. We were talking about AI, whatever.
Yeah.
I can tell AI now, but 6 months from now, am I going to be able to tell what's AI and what's not? I don't know.
Oh, I can't tell what's AI.
It's now, it used to, you could look at their mouth.
Yeah. Or their hands.
Or their hands, yeah. They'd have like 6 or 4 fingers, things like that. But
these hands are a physical anomaly, dude. Elon said that in Optimus, like 90% of the engineering was from the elbow up
to the fingertip.
Yeah.
Wow. Also saw a neat thing the other day too.
What was it?
You're talking about the hand. It was showing a hand. I don't know who built it. But it was like tightening up screws and stuff to send down the line for something to torque. But it was the shape of a human hand. It was like really fast. And it was like actually picking stuff up and grabbing it. And I guess it was like on a pick and place arm, but it was a hand. And it was doing all that. And somebody was like, yeah, I didn't think they were going to take my job, but here we are. I don't know if that was real or not.
Yeah.
But it gets you to thinking about it a little bit.
Yeah. It gets you thinking a lot of it. I don't know. How do you feel about AI?
I'm not super comfortable with it.
Yeah.
I think it's a good If we use it as an assistant, like I think I've seen you look up stuff on like ChatGPT and stuff like that.
Grok.
You use Grok?
I only trust Grok.
Okay.
And Claude, but I trust Grok more.
But I don't use a lot. I think a lot of that comes from my age because I think it's taken away some of our critical thinking.
100%.
Being able to do it on our own.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people, again, I told you I got a really good friend back home, or an acquaintance.
Yeah.
And he keeps spouting off all these facts about, this dude hates Trump so bad, it's pitiful. I mean, it's just like.
It's Trump so bad?
Yeah, he hates Trump so bad. It's
he hates Trump. Okay.
That anything I post, it always goes back to Trump. It's the classic symptom of TDS.
Yeah. Trump derangement syndrome.
Orange man bad. And again, I want to let everybody know I'm a supporter, but I am not like everything he does is grand.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
Well, I mean, I think everybody just stop like writing so hard for like a cult of personality. Like it's a real thing. The approach I'm trying to take to it is have a roster of like, think of like your starting 9 in baseball. You have your lead off hitter, your cleanup hitter. Yeah. of people like personalities or people who commentate on this type stuff that have gained your trust one way or another. There hasn't been anything that really like is worthy of you losing their trust because they've always navigated you the right way. And even when they tell you the stuff that you don't want to hear, sometimes you don't want to hear it, but like, okay, all right, cool, all right, but tell me about this stuff. That's how I'm trying to approach it. If the people that deserve to be on that starting 9 lineup, that's who I'll listen to, I'll take into account, and that's going to form my worldview. Because I mean, just like you, I have a full-time job. I want to spend time with my family. I want to spend time with my wife and just experience life, right? But and like I don't want to be consumed by politics every day. So it is a necessity for a lot of people to have people that they can follow, that they can trust, to give them the truth.
The truth, yeah.
Yeah, and before it used to be
close to the truth as they can get.
Exactly. Before we used to think it was these big corporations like CNN, Fox News, MSNBC, like these organizations. You think that, oh, hey, all these filters, it's a good thing, right? Because they give us a finished, polished product, and they give us the truth. But it kind of breaks your mind a little bit to start to realize that, hey, maybe like they don't tell us the truth all the time, and sometimes, maybe all the time, it is an agenda, and it is disheartening, and it's hard to accept that as a type of reality.
There's he was a syndicated radio guy.
What does that mean?
Based out of Nashville. Syndicated. He was nationwide. Nationwide at one point. Okay. He died during the COVID pandemic.
He died.
Phil Valentine was his name. And he was probably the most, I'm not going to call him middle of the road, but he just called it like he saw it. But he wasn't exaggeratory. He wasn't, inflammatory.
Yeah.
He would just see things and he'd call it what it was. Right. And he was entertaining.
Yeah.
Early on in his career, he would do musical parodies. He got a lot of cease and desist because of it. But one thing he always, that stuck out to me, I've got several sayings that he had that really, it kind of formed a lot of my political thinking. One of them was just follow the money.
Follow the money is a good
When it comes to politics, when it comes to the world as we see it, follow the money.
Right.
And it even says it in the Bible, for the love of money is the root of all evil.
Yeah.
A lot of people says it's money is the root of all evil.
Did you listen to the last podcast with Mario and Carlos? I recommend that one to you a lot.
every time I
so
think about it,
interesting.
I'm always, I'm going to bed. I can't, can't listen to it, can't watch it.
Yeah.
I can listen to it, but I couldn't watch it. I like to watch.
Or as a maintenance technician, what I would do is I would just have one earbud in, like throughout the day, like even throughout, like because a lot of the breakdown stuff, like I kind of got used to. I kind of had my own methodology of troubleshooting to where I felt pretty good about my skill at the time. So I had a lot of time to just listen and just that's all I need. I don't need to see it, but like sometimes when I just listen to someone trying to say something real, it always does get to me, and I do appreciate it. So that's kind of like what this whole thing is about. I just want to see what real people are about.
Oh yeah. That's one of those things that it's anything you got going on, it's follow the money.
Follow the money.
Follow the money. That's all you got to do. If you want to get to the root of it, just follow the money.
Yeah, but but going on that, if I could also include follow the money, follow the influence. Because influence is power. I mean, money is power. You can move a lot with money, but also influence.
It's usually the people in influence that are using the money to change that narrative.
Yeah.
I wouldn't hate to. I'd love to look at all the donors for all the big wigs and the big dogs, like NBC, ABC, and look at their donor list and not have a corporation name attached to it, but the actual person that's funding George Soros. And just see, physically see that. Sorry, I'm a little aluminum foil.
Full
tin hat type person.
Oh, really?
A little bit of a conspiracy. Just from a,
well, no,
a little bit.
Conspiracy theory is just a derogatory term that the CIA invented to put like regular people down, because there's a lot of bullshit that happens. Not like forget about all the private stuff. There's a lot of public stuff that the government has done that is just up to its core. That it's, listen, man, after you did that verifiably, why should I trust you? Why should I trust you? Like the whole point of America and the government that the founding fathers developed, the Constitution, is to avoid tyranny, right? And we often associate tyranny with one person, but it's not. Tyranny is like a whole system, man, that is just trying to oppress you.
Yeah.
And it does. This is why I feel like everything getting like the heat is turning up.
Yeah.
And but that's why I feel so like excited about like this type of shit. And it really does bring me happiness.
If you you talk about turning up the heat, maybe that play that happened in the night a couple of days ago, was it the night before last that happened? Venezuela? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe that was to slow down the inevitable. We talked about, I wish I could quote the scripture, but we talked about,
like a Revelation?
I can't remember where it's at, but it talks about Gog and Magog. Talks about the great red power from the north. Kind of sounds like Russia, don't it?
Yeah. Or China.
Things like that. But anyway, I'll have to look that up and send that to you. I don't have that quoted, but maybe that slowed the process down. And it also talks about in Revelation about that this Antichrist, everybody will love them, and they'll be of Middle Eastern descent. And everyone will watch him die, and he will rise again in 3 days before everybody's eyes, and that he will claim to be the new coming of Jesus.
Yeah.
What if it's AI? What if it's
that's
a robot?
Well, not a robot. The AI, I feel like AI is a...
Do you know what I'm saying? Like everybody can see everything, even like distant villages and, wherever.
That's assuming everything's free, right? I doubt everything's going to be free.
particular arms of the government is trying to, the United States government is trying to fund that. You know, you've seen all these, we need to get broadband to the village of Ukmakdawe somewhere in, what do they need? What do they need it for?
Yeah.
But then you see some of these videos of these guys, and they're like putting a lot of work into these like TikToks and junk like that videos, and they look like they live in a village and that they, have to wait for rain once a year in order to survive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, what just kind of going there. What if that vision that John had?
John the Baptist,
was
right?
him seeing that.
Yeah.
I think he was on the Isle of Patmos when he had that vision.
Isle of Patmos?
Patmos, yeah, I think.
Uh-huh.
Don't hold me to that.
Yeah.
But what if that vision he was seeing, is a lot of the things he was talking about, and like a great locust, that kind of looks like an Apache helicopter, and things like that, and the tanks, some of the things he was explaining, he didn't know what that was. That was, that's 2,000 years ago, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the only way he knew to explain it was, it looked like a great locust, a helicopter, You ever seen a locust fly? It's like a helicopter flying.
Have you ever seen Dune?
I tried to watch the original.
It's complicated.
When I was young.
Yeah.
And it ruined it for me.
Yeah, the original sucked.
Horrible movie.
The original sucked so bad.
Horrible movie.
It was very disappointing.
When it kind of, if something is ruined like that for me a long time ago, you generally don't try not to go back to it. But
dude, so Dune is actually one of my favorite movies because it introduces the concept to people that AI is a very evil thing, and Dune is such an advanced society that it had that AI war, so to speak, to where it was humans versus the artificial, and humans prevailed.
Skynet,
yeah. I mean, back to the Terminator type thing.
Yeah.
But like this is more of it feels more religious.
Okay.
Okay. And and this is why it kind of formed my like view of how I see AI or whatever. But Dune is a very interesting concept type of movie that I think you would enjoy. Like if you enjoy any kind of like the sci-fi stuff, whether it's Star Wars, Star Trek, or any of those other movies, like this is what those movies were kind of built on.
Yeah.
Like Star Wars was written like based, not just based on that book, but just on these concepts that this book introduced. Dune from Frank Herbert into like what that whole like it. I don't know. I sometimes see it as like a glimpse into the future, like a possibility that we could go into.
Wasn't that an old book written way back?
Dune is
that a lot of people taking that inspiration from.
Yeah,
if I'm not mistaken.
100%. Yeah, it's an old book. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a good movie. I definitely recommend it. If you, your wife, or family want to come over for dinner one time and just like have a Dune watch party, I'm down, man. That'd be awesome. It really is an interesting movie, and a book. If you ever want to like read it or listen to it at work, I definitely recommend it. Like the concepts of it, nothing similar to the Bible, but it is one of these things that is multi-layer. Right?
Yeah,
like it might not have as many layers as the Bible. Is there like because the Bible just has infinite layers, but these have maybe one or two layers that are interesting.
Yeah, it there's been several times in my life I've been reading the Bible and been like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
There were giants?
Huh?
What?
Have you ever heard of the Book of Enoch?
I have.
Yeah.
I don't, again, me growing up in the Bible Belt, it wasn't part of the original.
The canon. James. Yeah.
So we didn't, not recognized, I guess. So, but it does make you think.
Yeah, it does.
I guess from what I understand, there's a lot of like references about giants and things like that in it. Yeah.
Or outer world type beings. That's where I'm kind of landing on as far as like UFO type stuff. Like these aliens, these like different type of craft or whatever. Like I'm leaning more towards like this kind of like religion and aliens. It all kind of is in the same type of mixture there, and like who knows? Maybe like back in the day, like Jesus, like if we really, because maybe aliens are just, and by aliens, it's just. So when I think of aliens, I just think of anything that's just unknown to us. Like
not of this world.
Yeah, we just don't understand.
Yeah.
At all. So maybe Jesus was sent here to try to save us from ourselves. You know, like try to propel us into whatever it is that they are also a part of. Because going back, have you ever heard of the Fermi paradox?
Mm-mm.
The Fermi paradox is like if you think of like whatever is officially recognized by us as like the length of time that the universe has existed, and then the length of time that Earth has existed, and then whatever you want to believe that the length of time that humans or organisms have existed. It makes you think that, yeah, okay, so maybe we are just like a blink in the time spectrum here. So that makes you think that maybe, obviously, maybe there was a few other blinks throughout time that have happened, but they never evolved into something that's flourishing, something that's lasting enough to be able to sustain itself throughout all this time. So they call it these great filters, that all these societies have existed, but whatever filter happened, like just knocked them out of existence. And that was it up until the next society happened, and then they hit a filter. And now you kind of start to think that, okay, we as humans are next. We are here. We are tested. We are, are we going to like figure out how to get past this next filter?
Yeah. Either way, we're our own. We get in our own way.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say that. I mean, we get in our own way.
Get in our own
way. Whatever it is, you know.
Yeah.
I do believe in a singular higher power. But I don't discount other people's theories when it comes to that. But like I said,
no, I mean, I don't think this is like against God. I think
it's
just like
but that like kind of explains it.
Explains that like God is just like He's always been here, man.
Yeah.
Like this is not something that you'll ever truly understand. You just have to know that He exists.
Yeah, and it's one of those things. Like I said, it's so simple, but yet so complicated. You know. But we tend to get into big conversations at home about things that aren't exactly spelled out. I keep tapping my phone because that's where I read my Bible from. So if I had a Bible sitting here, I'd be tapping it.
Yeah. You want me to bring one? I got one. If
You're good. You're good. It just that's what I do whenever
it'd be a good handy thing. I should probably move it up here. Just have it like handy and stuff.
But we get these deep conversations sometimes about what do you think about this, and my wife and I'll get to talking about it and this, that, and the other. Next thing you know, my son's in the room and he's talking about it, and we get into these big, deep, biblical discussions and this, that, and the other. And it always comes down to, I guess we'll just have to ask when we get there. Because with that, if it doesn't come out and say it, then we're just speculating.
Yeah.
We're just speculating. That's all we're doing.
Yeah.
But we have to just line it up.
That's where I find the whole like Catholic or even Orthodox structure kind of helpful. Because these people with like the whole like thing has been the longest thing we have been able to verifiably like plot throughout time, right? Like the Catholic Church has been existing since 2,000 years. It's similar to like the Orthodox Church. Like all these, it's similar to politics. Like if you really want to understand like what is what, like you like it'll take lifetimes to really understand. And as far as lifetimes to understand, as far as like the type of what would we say, like reference to time periods, that this is one of the, especially for young people, one of the most compelling reasons to turn to like the Catholic Church or Orthodoxy is to just introduce yourself to the bigger structure of the thing that has developed over 2,000 years. Because obviously they've had terrible, like evil type shit happen within those types of organizations. One of which I'm still trying to work through, like the whole pedophile shit with the Catholic Church. Like it really does like affect me on an emotional level, and I'm still trying to navigate through all of that. But there is something to be said for something so ancient, something so like self-reflecting, because when you compare like these like councils that come to really try to figure shit out, like Vatican I coming from Vatican II, Vatican II being the most like very divisive type of proclamation from a council of people within the Catholic Church, where it divides people into super conservative type of thinking and a super liberal type thinking within the Catholic Church. This is why you get figures like Pope Francis and stuff like that. Different sects of the church understand Vatican II as different things, but something that Bishop Robert Barron, who is the White House representative of, I think, Christianity as a whole, he describes it as like Vatican II is just something that's supposed to just reveal like over time to you're supposed to take it in, like okay, like all right. But after I was going back to AI, I was going back and forth with AI over like what this means, what Robert Barron's trying to say, and what Vatican II was all about. And really, the most rational thing that I landed on is that Vatican II is trying to say that, hey, all these like ancient things that we're trying to teach to everybody is real, but it is so ancient and it is so different that in the modern society now, as how we see that, how people see the world and how they feel and how their world perspective is so different from what this is. We need a different language as to how to try to articulate these ideas to people, because it is so different. That is why, like in the ancient times, they would always use Latin. Now it's the Latin Mass isn't like it's not a requirement anymore. Gotcha. It could be in English, it can be in Spanish, it can be in German, anything.
Because they're trying to reach more people rather than. I gotcha.
Yeah, so it's like it's the same shit in
the modern
different language is all they're trying to say. But that's why these liberals they take that like oh, this different language thing, okay, well they take that and like take it to some extreme or whatever. But it's the same thing, just trying to interpret it to different language, going back to like the Tower of Babel, you know.
But I think too that's why you see, I was saying that we see a lot of that in the Protestant faith as well. But that's why you see so many people trying to come up with different translations of the Bible. There's one that's like some guy, like a street preacher somewhere in California, I think. He wrote it in modern slang, or didn't write it. He translated it from like King James to like modern slang.
Yeah.
You know, like, you know, if you get into some of that old English language, like he went hither and yon or something, like he went over here and he went over there. That's kind of he dumbed it down, I guess, to where somebody, if you approach them on the street, and you can open the Bible up.
It's
called the
electricity
Message.
for dummies.
Yeah. It's this, and so you see a lot of that. People are trying to use language barriers, cultural barriers, trying to get into these cultures and different things like that. And I feel like that's why a lot of times that a lot of these newer churches that have these big shows.
Oh, like the
Lights,
big churches,
like a production.
Yeah.
And I see where they're going.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to present Christ in a way that the world understands it.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of them get a bad name for it, because I went over there and they had lights shining and this smoke coming off a stage and this, that, and the other. I just didn't think that was Christian of them,
Yeah.
And so it gets a bad name. And
I mean, similar to the Catholic Church, like there's a lot of emphasis in gold and all that, because the chalice is gold, like all the little fixtures is all gold. And going back to Martin Luther, back to where like Protestantism was kind of born, like that's kind of why he like separated from the church, because like at the time, like because there was a bunch of these anti-popes that eventually became popes that in order to they were basically selling salvation, and that was just obviously to anyone who like given through God's ways, right? Maybe like whatever the mainstream isn't what the good thing is, so you gotta separate, you gotta keep everything in check, right? And I kind of see Martin Luther as that check of like the fuck.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
You see a lot of that nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
We call it prosperity preaching.
Prosperity preaching.
If you'll just give me, I'll just give. Well, there's a guy in Houston. If you'll just give your money, you'll be blessed. I'm just going to leave it at that. And Pro's got mansions, net worth of $200-something million, and I'm like, you're not using this for the furtherment of Christ. And it's not just him. There's all kinds.
There's a lot of corruption
all kinds
all
of
over.
Corruption. And
have you ever heard of Sean
paying for salvation, basically?
Yeah,
like you were talking about, pay
exactly.
to play.
Yeah, pay to
like
play.
The NIL.
Yeah.
Of sorry.
Yeah. What is the NIL?
Really. Name and likeness, like
name and likeness.
That's what the college is using now in order to pay their players and stuff.
College? Oh, really? Okay. Going back to college football. Hell yeah, dude. Now I love college. I'm not really into college football, but I love the traditions that form out of it, the reason for people to come together and like actually bicker and shit. Sometimes they go a little too far, but I mean I think we all understand that it's just a game, but it's awesome. It's fun.
Yeah.
I love it. I go to college parties like football watching parties, mostly just for the camaraderie or whatever. I wish I was more into sports.
Yeah,
I really do wish I was more into. I am jealous of the people that are really into sport, especially baseball, dude. Baseball will always be in my heart.
That was my first love, man.
Yeah,
baseball.
But I was a Colorado Rockies fan, and they just keep every year it's a new knife that they just like find a new place in my heart to just put it on.
I was watching this. Of course, I'm from Tennessee, so I am a Tennessee Volunteer fan.
Tennessee Volunteer.
Yeah. And so they played in a bowl game the other day against Iowa. And our defense, I think, would have been better off to put a paper bag out there, a wet paper bag. Yeah, right. Anyway. And my comment on social media was, when I die, I want the UT University of Tennessee defense to be my pallbearers. That way they can let me down one last time. You know, it's one of those deals. It's like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Because I'm a defense guy. When it comes to football, defense wins ball games. Offense gets your name in the paper. That's all that is. Shout out to all my offensive players from high school.
Offensive players.
I didn't play offense. I played defense.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's my whole thing is like I said, it's a love of the game. I have my oldest son is a student of the sport of football. Blows my mind. We can be watching a game. He's like, oh man, they're running a 2. I don't know. Running a Tampa 2. You better run the ball. I mean, he'd call it right there on the spot. Quarterback will check off. Next thing you know, he's handing the ball off the middle and he's breaking off 10 yards. You know, he's like, yeah, see. But he's a student of the game. He played football 4 years in high school and 3-4 years in middle school. And he I think he'd rather be a coach as a player. So I'm trying to encourage him to get into like rec leagues and stuff down here to coach youth and whatnot. But either way, I wish you could just kind of skip up and go to the high school and college level because that's how knowledgeable he is of the game. Yeah. So, but anyway, me, I was just, when I play, I was just like, ball. Who's got the ball? Kill man with ball. Mindless. It's where's the ball at? I want to tackle him. So, I was horrible at my coach. They would try to put in like defensive schemes and stuff, and I didn't know what I was doing. But I only played 2 years. I played junior and senior year of high school.
Oh, you didn't play freshman? Oh, okay.
Baseball was my love, like I said. I tried playing my freshman year of high school. I went to like, what they call it, spring, summer, like fall practice, I guess, before school started. And I'm like, freshman in high school, I'm 13 years old, dude. 13. And I'm out here trying to hit these 18-year-old, 19-year-old men. You know, at 13, I think I was 5'7", 5'6". I weighed about 215, 225, 230, 235. I don't know. Maybe 250. Who knows? But I was a boy. There's no reason. And and they were thugs, man. I think we had over a 2-year period. I think they had like a 2 and 18 record or something like that. And so we anyway, I went for about a week and I was just like, I'm done with it. And then later on, somebody talked me into playing, and that became. I was a lot better at football than I was at baseball. Let's put it that way.
Were you a cleanup hitter in baseball, though?
Yeah, for a lot of times. But,
yeah.
I was a bench warmer most of the time.
Yeah.
I had more hits when I was a freshman in high school than I did when I was a senior. I didn't get to play a lot.
Yeah, no, I think my peak baseball years were like Little League. Yeah. Once I got into high school, like these guys, I mean, they were just next level. And because baseball, a lot of the times is a lot of confidence. And once I got to high school, I lost that confidence and I had no idea how to get that back.
That's funny you say that because I never lacked it.
Really?
A lot of times I was way more confident than what I back up. I talked a lot of crap in baseball. But yeah, it's one of those deals. That's one of those things. I knew that game. That was my game. I knew situational stuff, pitch counts. What are you going to throw on this pitch? This, that, and the other. I helped my dad coach my youngest brother. He was 13 and I was 18. I first got out of high school. And can't remember if I did that 2 seasons with those guys or not, but we had a lot of fun doing that because it was an expansion team for that age group. And we had one kid that actually got drafted, played in the minors. He never did make it to the majors. But my dad got kicked out of a game before. Long story, but he got kicked out for arguing a call or something, and so I coached the next game, and I was having them like steal on the pitcher coming set when there was a man on first and third in order to get a guy to the plate, and stuff like that. Just thought of trickery.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
But because not a lot of people were doing it at that level, it was just like,
Oh, my favorite was Todd Helton. I don't know if you know Todd Helton.
He was a University of Tennessee alum.
There you go.
He was quarterback there whenever Peyton Manning was there.
There you go. Yeah. Todd Helton, he did the good old trick of pickoff. All right. Catch. Tag. Nope. All right. Throw.
Fake the throw. Mm-hmm.
Off. Out.
Mm-hmm.
You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever see that clip?
Oh, we done that. That was in our high school playbook.
For real?
It was the fake pickoff like that, and then they had one that was the where the pitcher would fake a move and throw to first, but the ball wouldn't be in his hand; it'd be in his glove.
Mm.
And everybody in the dugout was selling it. Oh, that ball! And everybody's running up there. Guy takes off to second. The pitcher just runs out and slaps him with the glove.
Yeah,
I love stuff like that.
Yeah, I love that there's room for stuff like that.
Chess game.
Yes,
with a lot of chance involved, because a lot of people don't really understand how hard it is to hit. Mm-hmm. I've never been blessed enough to play against anybody throwing over 90 miles an hour. I batted against a guy that was pitching 80 one day, and I was like, there ain't no way I'm making it any further than today. I will not be able to hit that. We were playing some team. He was committed somewhere, I'm pretty sure. And he blew one past me running about 89, 90 miles an hour, and I was just like, I look back at my coach, and I'm like, dude. He's like, he looked at me. He was like, I know. I know. Just do the best you can. I was like, okay. I think I struck out. I don't know. Yeah. And I was also the kid on the team that the coach would be like, hey, we don't need you to get a hit. I just need you to lean into a pitch for me. I need to get a runner on base.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. Hit by pitch. I took a lot of those when I was
hit by pitch. Really?
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah. No,
you're a big kid. You can take it.
I was always really selective. I think I was more of a walk type guy. Did you ever watch Moneyball?
I haven't. I really wanted to watch that for a long time.
You should watch it, man. It's an exciting movie. Yeah, it kind of explains how baseball, or really any kind of athletic organization, is run nowadays. It's not. There's not a lot of feel into it anymore.
Yeah. They take, and I think they done a lot. If I'm not mistaken, just the clips I've seen from it, they took and analyzed it from a mathematical and computer standpoint. And they chose people based on those traits, rather than, oh, this guy can hit a ball 500 feet 6 out of the 10 times he's up to bat, so we're going to take him.
Yep.
And they were able to manage that from a money standpoint, I guess.
Or, I mean, this guy could just get on base.
Yeah.
Like maybe he can't hit the ball at all.
Yeah.
But for some reason or another, that guy gets on first base more times than Tony Gwynn or some shit like that. Yeah.
Tony Gwynn, one of the best hitters ever.
Ever.
Yeah. That's a lot of what we played a lot when I was in high school. A lot of small ball. We had some guys that could hit, but they changed a lot of our swings. You go from that independent youth league swing where they brought you up, and the coach wanted everybody to be cookie cutter, swinging the ball. Everybody had to have the same haircut, no facial hair, same haircut. Sorry. And so for me, that kind of ruined it for me, because I had a unique, I say unique, it was similar to Eric Davis. If you remember Eric Davis that played for the Reds.
Was it 80s. During the Big Red Machine?
Later than that. It was in the 80s.
Okay.
It was Chris Sabo.
Big Red Machine was in the 60s?
That was in the 70s. 80s, I can remember when I was a teenager. Eric Davis is kind of one of my favorite hitters. And he had it was a softball swing is what it was.
Yeah.
Big wind up. Then swing. That's kind of what mine was. But they changed it all. So, but anyway, that's how I hit up to that point. And then they try to change everything, and it's just like you have to relearn all your mechanics and everything like that. And so,
oh yeah, Ken Griffey Jr. kind of like really threw a whole.
That was another one. His mechanics, everybody liked his mechanics too, and it was more of a natural swing than a forced thing.
Yeah.
And we're, again, like I said, my team, we were a lot of small ball stuff, but everybody's swing looked the same. Everybody ran bases the same. Which is great. You got to have some uniformity. But as far as your swing and things like that, if you got people with unique swings that are hitting the ball good, why do you want to change it? But there were several of us that after that, we couldn't hit anything. It was just like, oh my gosh, because you start seeing the ball differently and things like that.
Yeah.
I even had to go get a eye exam because I thought I wouldn't be able to see the ball or something. The coach was like,
a eye exam?
An eye exam.
Oh, eye exam.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I went to get an eye exam, and the optometrist was like, there's nothing wrong with your eyesight. It's better than most people's. I'm like, okay, maybe it's just because I suck. Oh, me. But anyway, yeah, football was more of a thing. Didn't have to think a lot.
Just had to plow through.
You die. Yeah.
Yeah, I got to take a piss real quick. We'll come back.
I'm in the same boat with you.